Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome back, one and all, to some more Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. My name is Akiara, and hello, She-Man. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. How you been? How you doing? Got worried for a second now. It said stream offline. Oh, so I just reset. You're good. Okay. Whew. Okay. That's... I'm getting a heart attack just reading that, but okay. At least I'm good now. Slight issue with my Persona playthrough and my Dead by Daylight grind, and any game in general. The news of Dead Island 2 has set me on a new playthrough, building a new character. Which isn't a bad thing, because I've only ever played the same character in the 6 of them. So it is nice to play someone else, and hey, I can build a brand new build now. Yay! Good, good, good. Yeah, you seem very excited about the Dead Island stuff that's going on. I'm very happy for you. Not my kind of game, but you know, always good to know that there's new stuff happening that people are excited for. I usually play a mixed fighter with some smalls, but usually uses heavy weapons. So this time I think I'm going to go full light weapon build, and then next time I'll do tanky heavy weapon. Cool, very cool. That actually reminds me of my playthrough of, what's it called, Cyberpunk 2077. See, with those kinds of games, I always go with like just assault rifles, you know, just any old assault rifle will do. But when I was, before I'd even started playing, before I'd even bought it, I decided, okay, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to go full heavy weapons. Literally going to walk down the street with a damn Gatling gun type of deal. Are they? They are. And yeah, that worked for the entire playthrough. It was actually really fun. I did spend a lot more time stealthing than I would have liked, to be perfectly honest, because let's be real, stealthing in those kinds of games is super useful. If you require any more information, then see Skyrim with its plethora of builds that all revolve around being a stealthy assassin, a stealthy archer assassin. But yeah, then once I've built all 6 characters perfectly, I'm going to complete New Game Plus 6 more times, beating the game 12 times, and become the god of hell. I usually play heavy weapons, such as why I'm going for the light weapons. Fair, fair, fair. I think I should probably play, by the way, just to be perfectly clear, I didn't live stream my playthrough of Cyberpunk. I played it offline. But I think I should probably play it again, especially since there was that DLC, Phantom Liberty, I think it's called. I never played it. I beat the game within a month of it coming out. So I never played that DLC. So I probably should go back and give it another try. Probably been a bunch of bug fixes and stuff, and new stuff from the DLCs and stuff like that. So I should probably give it a go. And if I do, I'm going to go pistols. Just nothing but pistols all the time. And see where I go with that. Also, I just found out relatively recently that there is an ending that I didn't see for that game. So small spoilers. I won't go into details, but there's the ending. There's one ending where you get help from the drive you around people. I can't remember what they're called. That was my canon ending, because that was actually my character's faction. My character was one of those drive you around people at the start of the game, so that was my canon ending. Plus, you know, Panam, I think is her name. I mean, she's pretty hot, right? She's pretty hot. Yes, that was the canon romance as well. Then there was another couple. There was the one where you got help from the Japanese guy. There was one where you did the mission as though you got help from the Japanese guy, but you didn't actually get that Japanese guy's help. And there was one or two others as well, and I saw all of them. But then, just a couple of weeks ago, I found out that there's actually another ending where you literally go full guns blazing. Like, this is my last go. I am doing it hardcore type thing. You don't have anyone's help. You don't have any like any benefits going with you. All you have is the major drawback that you're slowly dying. And because you're slowly dying, your health is consistently ticking down. I never played that. I didn't even realize that was a possibility. I suppose it probably has something to do with Keanu Reeves. I think in all of my endings, I got rid of Keanu, but I think in that one you keep him all the way through. I think that's the difference. And then you and Keanu just go full guns blazing. And it's kind of, if I understand properly, it's kind of Keanu's, I can't remember his name, Johnny Blaze? No, that's Marvel. Johnny Storm? No, that's also Marvel. I don't know. Here's Johnny. Johnny, whatever his name is. Johnny Silverhand? Is that his name? Or is that could be another character in Cyberpunk entirely. Anyway, it's basically Johnny's encore as well. Like, he died like years ago, decades ago, but this is his encore as well, to be like, okay, now we're doing it fucking properly. Fuck all of you. Let's go. So I really want to do that ending. I really want to try that ending. But I have no idea how, so I don't know. Okay. I also finally made myself an account, meaning once I complete the last few challenges, I'll have every character costume besides the New Game Plus ones and access to every special design weapon. You really? That's usually I make an account as the first thing I do when I play games that require you to make an account, because I know that they're going to lock content behind it. So if I can do it and just get free shit, then fine, whatever, I don't care. It's annoying. It should just be in the game, but whatever. But with the new look and builds and skills and shit, I've already unlocked a few of them. One of them is this really cool knife that's perfect for the build I'm running. Cool. A knife that's perfect for a heavy weapons build. All right. Right now it's an electric knife with lightweight as its main perk. Getting lightweight now is really helpful because when I find all that stupidly rare aluminium, I'll be able to upgrade it. Ah, okay. Dead Island 2, you don't need an account, you can just make one optionally. Yeah, that's the same for most of them, except for Ubisoft. When you play, or at least it used to be the case, where if you played Assassin's Creed, you had to make a Ubisoft account. Or maybe I'm just thinking of the PC version. Maybe on consoles you don't have to. That would make sense. But yeah, usually if it's optional, then I'll just make it. Just why not? Free shit, go. I'm running a lightweight build. I said I want to make a heavyweight build, but I'm doing that next. Ah, okay. Okay, I see. Okay. I see. We're on the same page. Okay, no, sorry. Is Kiryu... I feel like Kiryu's being a magnet right now. Yeah, okay. I think we're okay. I was wondering if my controller was broken for a second. Okay, so... when we last left off with Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, we finished off the bucket list lifelinks, and I talked about it very briefly. I'm not going to talk about it now. These were very disappointing. I'm very, very disappointed with this system, and more accurately with the story that they told with this system. Like these, okay, so this one gave me a false narrative where we were going to be checking on all of the orphanage kids and seeing where they were, and I was happy with that. Then this changed that narrative to be like, okay, we're not actually doing that. We're actually gonna go see all of the people that Kiryu has affected in life, including I think during this he mentioned Akiyama. I was like, oh, okay, that's much better. Then we had these three, and these three were great. Episode 3, 4, and 5. They were great. I had a great time. I had a grand old time. This was a little bit bland. It was funny that they caught on, and because I always thought that they were pretty stupid, but they actually caught on to who Kiryu was, so that was kind of funny. And then the chief was actually really nice and really heartwarming. Then these 3 episodes happened, and all of them were disappointments in their own way. Kaoru, I was anticipating Kaoru coming back into this game, into this franchise, since Yakuza 2. Since Yakuza 3. I was expecting her to come back. I was expecting her to make a return, to be a main character, to be like Kiryu's main love interest going forward. And then all we got was this. It was just a short sit down in a coffee shop. And now she's gone again. I can call her through Poundmates, but honestly, that's just breaking the canon. So that was a huge letdown. This was technically my fault because I realized halfway through that that a cool thing that they could do is make Akiyama a secret party member. And so if you get down this far in the life links, then you get to unlock Akiyama as a party member, and that would have been so cool. But no, he's a pound mate, but that's it. So that's great. That was disappointing. And then there was this one, and this one was supposed to be about Haruka and Haruto. And as you can see on the right there, memories, that is Date's face. Involved, that is Date's face. And if you read the Lifelinks episode 8, you will see Haruto's name once, Haruka's name 3 times, and Date's 1, 2, 3 times. Yeah. The entire episode was about him. It was just that day. It had nothing to do with Haruka or Haruto. It was just him. All we got was a back of the head shot and to say like, yeah, they're still alive. Congratulations. Disappointing. You got V3'd. Yeah. I mean, it's better than V3 in that it is just one small optional little menu thing that they didn't have to put in, whereas V3's was literally the end of the game. So it is better than V3 in that sense, but yeah, well, you win some, you lose some. It's weird happened twice now. I haven't. It's weird to happen twice. Let's just hope it doesn't happen the third time, huh? But okay, I wasn't actually expecting to do that last time. I was not expecting to do it. It's just I ended up having the time to do that. Even though I expected to spend the entire stream with Ichiban in Hawaii, we just went back here to Japan and I just happened to have time to do it. So that's now the bucket list done, which means I am actually done with most of the game at this point. I mean, I could do unfinished business, but I'm not going to. I could finish off the Memoirs of a Dragon, and honestly, I might. Some of these memoirs are actually better than the life links. Like, some of the memories that he comes up with are genuinely make me reminisce, whereas the life links don't. And some of them actually teach me about the character. Like, I didn't realize we could go spearfishing in 6. I didn't realize. I never did that. But yeah, some of these are really nostalgic for me. Like him, Tanimura. Honestly, I'm surprised that they mentioned him. Some of them are very, very reminiscent for me. Oh, and this one, Rikia in the Love Hotel. Yeah, some of them are great. So I might finish them off. Maybe, I don't know. Feels like I might meet someone. So I think that these 3 are actually unlocked now if I go to Kamurocho. I don't know. We'll see. We'll just see. I think New Serena Ali might be interesting. Oh, okay. But I did that. I also did Dondoko Island. I finished that off, 5-star resort. I did the Sujimon League. I got all 5 badges. Yeah, I did all of that. That was great. So I'm pretty much done with the game. The only thing that I have not completed entirely is the sub-stories. Now, there aren't any sub-stories in Kiryu's case. He has the memoirs. But Ichiban's the one with the sub-stories. And there are still a couple left in Hawaii. But that's it. That's really it. Apart from those. So that, I might make a stream where I just do those final sub-stories. But apart from that, I'm kind of just done. I'm kind of just done. And we're just going to the end now. Technically 3 times if we include Mr. My entire character is going to change at the end with Expedition 33. Right. Yeah, Verso. Yeah. The guy who did a surprise twist where it turns out he was actually a psychopath all along. Why is it doing that? I'm clicking it to the right and then it's going... I guess my joystick is bouncing? Oh, that's freaky. I'm literally just pressing it to the right. Like I'm pressing the joystick to the right and it's very slowly sliding to the left. How is that? Can I do it the other way? No, I can't do it the other way. Okay, my joystick is just completely misaligned. Whatever, it's fine. They're going to announce the PlayStation 6 this year probably, so I guess I don't have to care. All right, yeah. So that's it. So as for this stream, that would explain why Kiryu was acting weird sometimes. Like, as well. Why he's just moving not the way that I expect him to move. I'm kind of scared if you do play any other franchises in future, because let's be honest, the last few Yakuza games are not going to be that important, or at least starting their own thing. I mean, okay, you're kind of wrong. First of all, we have Yakuza Pirates, which is entirely its own thing with Majima, so that's definitely going to be interesting. Then there is the Feudal Japan ones. There's 2 of them. Those are their own thing with their own stories. That's its own thing with its own story. Then there is the Judgment ones, which are in the same world as Yakuza. In fact, I think they're even based in Kamurocho, but with entirely different characters and entirely different stories. Then there is the, what's it called? It's not out yet, but Project Sentry. I don't remember what its real name is, but then there's that, and that's an entirely new thing, completely. So honestly, I have a lot of hope for the future, for like future Yakuza games on this channel. Maybe something really interesting would happen with Pirates of Hawaii, but I think that might be starting something, and the ones in Feudal Japan aren't canon. Yeah, well, just because they're not canon doesn't mean that they can't be an interesting story. And it would be very interesting because, well, for me, because the characters in that are actually based off of Yakuza 0. So, like, the heads of the Tojo clan in 0 are like main characters in the Feudal Japan one, and I'm really curious about like seeing them again, and seeing Kiryu interact with them. Well, whatever Kiryu's name is in that game, seeing him interact with them again now, having known Kiryu and like known who they are through the story. I'm actually super curious about that. Anyway, so, how many times have I tried to say it? And I've kept either interrupting myself or getting interrupted. So when we last left off, we were going to meet Daigo. We're going to meet Daigo, Taiga, and Majima. I think that that's the plan. I don't know if they're actually around. I wouldn't be surprised if Majima isn't around. Oh, that would explain why Majima ends up in Hawaii. Oh, does he go to Nele Island to help kick everybody's ass, and then he gets washed out to sea? Oh, that would make sense. That would make sense why he was in Hawaii. Okay, all right. I wasn't expecting him to be in this game, so I didn't put 2 and 2 together until just now. But okay. Yeah, so we're supposed to meet Daigo, Majima, and Taiga. And they're saying that Kamurocho is a great place to prepare, and I should head over there. So I'm assuming something interesting is going to happen in Kamurocho. Honestly, I don't really feel like I have to prepare. I think we're pretty much good. I did put everybody into roles that I wanted them to be in. However, I've just now changed my mind. Kamurocho. It never changes, does it? Kiryu-san, you must have a million memories here. Oh, what voice do I give him? You must have a million memories here, eh? You could say that. I suppose it couldn't hurt to stop by some places while we gear up. Well, I've done that already. Here's the thing. The game is expecting that this is the first time I've been to Kamurocho. It's not. I went on a stream and I did everything. Oh, there's one here, which is interesting. That's where the, oh, that's probably going to be the doctor scientist guy, right? The one who lets you relive boss fights? That's kind of cool. But this, and this, they've all just now appeared. Other than that, I've done the entire thing. I've done everything. So, I definitely want to check this out. I definitely want to check that out. I don't know if I'll do the others. I might. I should. I should do the others. Alright, let me just kick your ass real quick. I don't care. I do not care. Goodbye. GG. Awesome. And now let's grab this memoir. Where is it? It's around here. We did actually get another memoir here as well about this back alley, I remember, and how we always end up fighting here, and then we had a fight here. Is this going to be about Akiyama's place? Yeah, Sky Finance. Sky Finance, huh? A mysterious moneylender who lends to people with no interest, no collateral, and no limit. Hearing that alone makes it sound like an urban legend. But I have faith in Akiyama. If money really can change a person's life, he'll use it to help others. He's a great man. Who would have thought I'd be the catalyst for his comeback? Or maybe it's all crazy coincidence. Not that it makes much of a difference. I guess there must be others like Akiyama. People I've helped unintentionally one way or another. And who knows how many are out there. Maybe my life's not all that bad. Yeah, maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. Okay. Now that I'm up here though, what's on the roof? We used to be able to go up on the roof in one of the games. Ooh, there is a save. When the save comes marching in. A revived microphone, that is not a big deal. Grab this, why not? Professional's whisk, not a big deal, and nothing else. Okay. Hang on a second. Actually, wait. I want to go to Aloe Happy. I want to put everybody into the role that I want them to be in for the rest of the game. As is, I've been moving people between roles so that they can get experience with all the different roles, so that they have different like skill inheritance stuff, and because it boosts their stats. So that's what I tried to do with the team before I started. So I put Kiryu in the Dragon of Dojima, I put Nanba in the Pyro Dancer, Seonhee is a Kunoichi, Sayako is a maid, or a housekeeper. Zhao, though, I put in Breaker, but thinking about it, I mean, Breaker does suit him, but thinking about it, I want him to have one of the new ones. I want them all to have a new one if possible. And I think I want him as either the action star or the samurai. So I don't like the Aquanaut. Honestly, it kind of sucks. Desperado, we have Tommy, who's a Desperado. Pyro Dancer, we have Nanba, and Linebacker, we have Adachi. So I want him to be unique to everybody else. So I think it's going to be either Action Star or Samurai. He is enough into Desperado that I could maybe get the drinking one to make Drunken Fists good. Applying your weapons attributes. Honestly, the problem with Action Star is that it's just so generic. And I think a lot of it is to do with the prompts as well. Maybe I'm wrong about that, actually. There's 2 or 3 that have to do with the prompts, but not many. But samurai is really cool. I'm making making the Chinese guy a samurai, so it seems a bit weird, but damages enemy. Sight is weak, perception is strong. Master the art of peace, and none will challenge you. And I do kind of like how it works. It's like a builder spender type deal, where you build up bleed on an enemy, only a little bit, only 1 second bleed, but then you pop it. No, you don't pop it really, but you then use it to do way more damage. I really like that, and I like putting bleeds on enemies as well, just so that they can like slowly bleed out as I watch and laugh. So yeah, maybe I'll make him a samurai. Yeah, let's make him a samurai. Also, that gold samurai outfit is absolute peak. That is genuine peakness. I love it. Actually, I think I've missed a bunch of... Oops. I'm kind of scared if you do... Okay. If I'm going to be honest, I feel like what's going to happen with the next few games in this franchise is they're probably just going to make our main man in yellow the protagonist. When I look back on things, people like the characters of this game, but I'm not sure if people want them to be the main focuses. I might Google actually and see what people are saying. I realize with every single build you can make in this game, Dead Island 2 is technically an RPG. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. Right, let's go into skill inheritance and see what we can do. Campfire Cook is okay. Beachside Barbecue, I would like him to have the better one. That is one reason why I'm glad to buff the Aquana, is because it has Beachside Barbecue and Beachside Buffet as well. Do you have anything else you might want? Not really. Not really. Well, you have Rolling Thrash to recover MP. Oh, where's that? Glory Awaits. Yeah, that's such a good move. Yeah. Okay. Then you have you. You do in fact have Beachside Buffet, which is great. That is absolutely awesome. Nanba is going to be my healer. Fully recovers Nanba's HP versus Campfire Cook, which recovers most of it. Cool. I want you to have Melodra Stench, lower defense and attack. That is great. I might give him Pigeon Storm as well, but we'll see. No, not really. Majorly increases your evasion. Cool. Actually, do you have something to increase magic? You do. You have Double Hatchet. I might do that. Do you have a grapple? I would like everybody to have a grapple. You do not have a grapple. Okay, we need to give you a grapple of some kind. Action Star has that. Just a cheap grapple? Just a cheap grapple. Yeah, sure, why not? Jellyfishing. Jellyfishing. Is there anything else? Not really. Okay, where is that? Double Hatchet. May boost your magic. Oh shit, wrong one. Actually, let me do that. And actually, you know what, screw it. Let me just rearrange those just a bit. Double Hatchet and Heaven's Fall. Just a cheap grapple. No, let's go with Peppermill Blow actually, because it has a chance to blind. That's pretty useful. Hello, patrons. Welcome back. How you been? How you doing? Texas Adio. All right. What? Kentucky Bon Voyage. There you go. Kentucky Bon Voyage to you. Right, Sun Hee is my physical damage dealer. I'm very glad for her to have Vital Vibration. That's very good. And I'm very glad to have for her to have Scum Scraper. And both of these two, all fantastic. I can probably give her something in here, though. She actually has some really good ones in here. Gatling Bowgun, guaranteeing critical hits with a back attack, is great. Gas Grenades, also pretty good, but not very useful for the Kunoichi. Honestly, I'm tempted to just make her an assassin. Like, her assassin class is actually really cool. I think I'll go with the Gatling Bowgun. I think I'll go with that. Power Heavy. Yeah, so this has Power Heavy and may lower their defense. This has a chance to paralyze, which I think Vital Vibration does anyway, since it's electric based. I could be wrong about that, but it's only light versus heavy, so yeah. Okay. Cool. Not bad. I'm good with that. Zhao. Zhao has home cooked dim sum, granting everybody HP recovery over time and resistance to statuses, which is great. You also have campfire cook, which you don't need if you have home cooked dim sum. Oh no, wait, that's just for yourself. Right. Yes, no, that's correct. May boost his own attack. I think that there's a good chef one. That has a high chance to bleed. There's another high chance of causing bleed. And I think that's what I want. I want a high chance of causing bleed. And I think I'll go for the cheap one. I don't want this to do damage necessarily. I just want the bleed. Then what will we do? What will we do? Wild Sweep. Got him at your mercy, use him to rustle up the rest. Damages enemy and could leave him silenced. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Devil's Twister is broken. Devil's Twister is just straight up broken, but it's not really helpful for... Well, okay, it is helpful just because it's a huge amount of damage, but I want to use the Samurai. I don't just want to use the Desperado with Samurai flavoring. No, I want to actually use the Samurai. Is there anything else? Do you have anything in here? Player weapons attributes. May boost his own attack. Reduces accuracy. Not really. Not really. Do you have a grapple, actually? You do not have a grapple. Is this a grapple? No. Okay, we need to get you a grapple. And I may as well go with Peppermill Blow again. Cool. It's a grapple with a chance to blind. I'm good with that. Psycho is done. Remove status ailments. Yeah, so she is going to be my mage. It's interesting that I gave her Miraculous Voice. I kind of like her having Thunder Slice. Because I don't think that the maid gets an electric type attack. Yeah. I mean, if I wanted her to... Maybe it would be better to use, like, one of these because they're magic type rather than thing. Not sure. Love Drunk Typhoon, Lover's Love. Ukulele Strum is great as well. She's definitely keeping that. It's how much healing do I want her to have? Do I actually care about her having healing? She has fire, she has water, she has generic magic. She doesn't have electric. Yeah, no, I think I'm okay with this. I think I'm okay with this. Actually, do you know what? I'll get rid of Love Drunk Typhoon. Lover's Lab is great for bosses. Love Drunk Typhoon is great for crowds, but I will get rid of the crowd. I will ignore the crowd, that is fine. And I'll give her Coconut Shower instead. Yeah, we'll do that. Just for a little bit of extra healing. Okay, cool. On a scale to it's my birthday tomorrow and a lesbian, what? How many ducks do you think my school hatched today? Hell yeah, Fire Cleaver. What? Fire Cleaver? Did I get a Fire Cleaver somewhere? How many ducks? I would say 2 dozen. 24. Right, so what do we want to do then? Do we want to do main story, or do we want to do more of these? More of these memoirs? I mean, it's a little bit of a silly question to ask, because you guys should know me by this point. We're doing the memoirs. Like, I have so much nostalgia for these games and for this city and all the characters in it. I'm desperate to know who's in these memoirs. I absolutely am. Oh, is this going to be about Pocket Circuit? This might be about Pocket Circuit. Yay! Told you so. The Bluebird Cup. I didn't notice that before. I actually didn't notice that sign before. Friendship has no finish line. So will we actually get to see the fighter again?
ポケットサイズのマシンを使って速さを競う奥深い遊びだ。俺もかつてはこの場所でポケットサーキットカムロ町最速を目指して。
Then there was another time where you're the fastest in
当時は子供たちに混ざって
Sotenbori.
がむしゃらにレースをしたり必死にカスタマイズをしたっけ。当時実況していたポケサーファイターとはなんだかんだ長い付き合いになった。尾道で再会して以来会ってないが元気にしてるだろうか。
もううるさいな。好きにやらせてよファイター。
It's a young fighter.
でもそのカスタマイズじゃダメなんだってば小次郎くん。このカスタムタイヤに変えた方が車体も滑りにくいし絶対に有利になるんだって。
A new fighter has appeared.
騙されたと思ってやってみなって。
嫌だよ。今のタイヤが好きなんだもん。色が紫だからかっこいいんだ。
They're purple. Oh, why didn't you say so? Purple is so cool.
速くならないし、コースアウトしちゃったら元も子もないだろ。
もううるさい。ファイターなんて大嫌いだ。
Okay, I see what's happened here.
他の公園で作ろう。行こうぜ、ヤス君。
で、
ああ、まだ話は終わってないぞ。まったくも
う。Okay, I see.
うまくいかないな。
So this is a bug of mine. Okay, well, first of all, 2 out of 5, unfortunately. One of them might be dead. One of them hasn't hatched yet, which is worrying, but we're holding hope, or at least I am. Everyone else is kind of accepted already somehow. A, they might not have cared in the first place, and B, it could just be like a macho man like bullshit thing. Like, I never cared anyway. This is stupid. It doesn't matter. Bleh. And then they go home and cry. Like, could be. I really like this character. He seems to be super chill until people stop fucking around and then he loses his shit, which honestly I do like. The way Dead Island 2 works is every NPC's dialogue is the same in cutscenes. What's the protagonist you're playing as says different things. Ah, that's pretty cool. I mean, that would make sense. That sounds like a technical and monetary limitation more than anything else. But here's the thing. Okay, so so this is why I hate the internet, okay? No matter what they say, it does work. It is really well implemented. Being able to make characters react to the main characters the same while making sense is really cool. It is. That takes some skillful writing. It takes some skillful writing. So yeah, this is why I hate the internet. This character right here. Because this is the exact kind of micromanaging, everything has to be perfect. If you're not being perfectly like optimal, then you shouldn't even be here in the first place. Like you can't play like that. How dare you play like that? You have to play the correct way. And I fucking hate that attitude. I genuinely hate that fucking attitude. So yeah, I'm glad that Kiryu's gonna come around to teach this young whippersnapper how to actually have fun. Because that's what that attitude is doing. It's completely stripping away the notion of fun. The importance of fun. I hate that. If only the actual story of the game was this good. Like, the story's good, but it gets cut off by the ending, which is annoying. I'll explain the whole story to you one day. Fair enough, fair enough. Let me guess. The dead woke up. The dead are on an island and you need to stop them or something? Something like that. But the story actually started up when the game ended because of the 12 years of development hell. Half the story was cut out. Kind of, I don't know. All I know is Dead Island 3 has slack. Good. That's good at least. That outfit. He must be the new Pocket Circuit Fighter. Seems like he's having some trouble. I wonder if he's Pocket Circuit Fighter's son. Pocket Circuit Fighter does have a son. Or at least he did in 6. Which would have been like 8 years ago now or something like that. So that could be his son. It very well could be. To work with, and it has a lot of potential, but that's more because Dead Island 2 took the boring her first half and made it as good as they could in 12 years on 4 dev teams and into the game. Jesus. Alright, talk about development hell. Hey, that's a golem, isn't it?
Oh, golem tiger か。
知ってらっしゃるんですか？
ああ、よくここで遊んでたんだ。ポケサーファイターと一緒にな。
え？
Wait, you knew my dad? Shit, your dad.
僕ポケサー株式会社でポケサーファイターをやっている村中と申します。
俺はポケサー界隈ではカズマと名乗っている。
カズマ君。
カズマ君ですね。よろしくお願いします。
Then the 2 DLCs in the first one was filler, and the second one was actually a lore drop. And honestly, the second DLC is better than base game. The game went into development for 4 years, released a teaser trailer that was released 11 years ago, and the game released in 2023. Really? Really? I remember the teaser trailer for Dead Island 2. I didn't realize it was in development hell like that. I know that the trailer was like super iconic, and I've seen it before, but I'm surprised that it took so long to release afterwards. Huh. Dead Island 2 has been in some of the worst development hell possible. It was originally made by the Dying Light team. They made Dead Island 1 Riptide. But when did Ireland, who was being developed, they gave up because Dying Light was doing really well, dumped it on another studio, who dumped it on another studio to shut down. Okay. So did it actually end up releasing? Well, you did say it released in 2023. Okay. That's a story, okay? That's a saga.
ポケサーをやっているんですか？
バブルの頃からだから今から30年近く前だな。
おお、第一次ポケサーブームですね。その時に生まれて体験してみたかったな。めちゃくちゃブームだったって聞きますもん。
そうだな。確かに国民的ブームだったかもしれない。この町からもポケサースタジアムはなくなったと記憶していたが、また復活したんだな。
ええ、一度は廃れてしまったんですけどね。最近リバイバルブームが起きて、また全国的に人気が出始めてきていまして、そこに来て少し前に新しい社長が就任したんですが、 これまたポケサー愛がすごい人で
Oh, please tell me it's Pocket Circuit Fighter. Please tell me it's Pocket Circuit Fighter.
積極的に行って、ついに小学生や中学生を中心に一大ポケサーブームを巻き起こすことに成功したんですよ。
ほう、そういうことか。
What the hell is mixed media? That's what Kiryu got out of that. That's all Kiryu got out of that.
それはもちろんポケサー、ポケットサーキットが好きだからです。僕が小さい頃はちょうどポケサー人気に陰りが見え始めた頃だったんですけど、僕は大好きで、小学校から帰ったら毎日毎日カスタマイズ、少ないお小遣いを一生懸命貯めて、なんとか最速のマシンを作ろうと思って毎日頑張っていました。学校には友達が全然いなかったんですけど、ポケサーをやっているうちにポケサー友達が増えて、初めて居場所ができた、そんな感じがしたんです。本当に楽しかったな、あの頃は。
そうか。だからポケサーファイターに。
はい。友達がいない僕にポケサー会場で気軽に声をかけてくれたのが会場にいたポケサーファイターで、ファイターは他の子たちと引き合わせてくれて、そのおかげで僕は友達が作れたんです。だから僕も昔の自分みたいな友達のいない子たちを助けられるような、励ませるような、そんな存在になりたくて、だからポケサーファイターに。
強い意志があるんだな。かっこいいじゃねえか。
でも実際になってみるとなかなか難しいですね。僕はポケサーの知識は誰にも負けない自信があります。
Yeah, that's the thing. They don't care. They just want to have fun.
最強のカスタマイズを教えて支えてあげたいんですけど、なかなか距離感がうまくいかなくて、嫌われてばかりで適性がないんですかね。もう30だし、実家帰った方がいいのかな。
Isn't that exactly what was happening with the original?
いや、ちょうど30年前にお前と似た
Yeah.
ように
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that sub
ポケ
story.
サーファイターがいたんだ。そいつとはたくさんポケサーをやった。ヤスとの思い出はいい思い出ばかりだ。最近会えていないが、今でも俺の大切な友達だ。
そんな人がいたんですね。
ああ、子供からも愛される立派なファイターだった。だが、そんなあいつも当時は悩んでいたよ。待遇は安い時給のアルバイト扱いだし、年齢も30歳。このままポケサーファイターをやっていっていいのかってな。
その人はどうなったんです？
結局ファイターを続ける道を選んだ。あいつはポケサーを愛していたし、
And he still ended up having a wife and son.
その愛に
Honestly, he has a pretty good success story. Although his wife is a bit of a bitch when we met
子
her.
供たちの愛か。羨ましいな。僕も子供たちから好きになってもらえればこんな風に悩まないのに。
お前は子供たちがお前に何を求めてると思ってる？
そりゃ僕はファイターだし、ポケサーのことをいろいろ教えてほしいと思ってるんじゃないかと。
確かに知識を与えるのもファイターの大事な仕事かもしれない。だが子供たちが一番お前に望んでいることは本当にそれなのか？お前はさっきポケサーファイターへの感謝を語った。それは知識をくれたから感謝してるのか？速いマシンの作り方を教えてくれるからファイターに憧れたのか？言う通りにしてたら試合に勝てたからファイターに感謝してるのか？
それは違います。僕がファイターに感謝しているのは、 友達のいない僕に寄り添ってくれたから。
それが分かってるなら、お前がファイターとして子供たちに一番やらなきゃいけないことは何か、もう答えは出ているはずだぜ。
カズマくん。そうですね、僕間違っていました。ポケサーは速さを競う遊びだけど、大事なのは速さじゃない。ポケサーで一番大事なのは勝敗でもない。一番大事なのは友達と仲良く楽しむことです。そんな当たり前のことも忘れて僕は、そりゃ好かれないわけですね。
今からでも遅くないぜ。
はい、僕さっきの子供たちにもう一度話してきます。今度は速いマシンの作り方だけじゃないポケサーの楽しさを伝え
I
に。
won't talk about wheels, I'll talk about fields. Get out of here. Get out of here with that.
ありがとうございます、カズマくん。それじゃ。
Those kids are probably in Public Park 3. Maybe I'll go check on them. Alright, so we're not actually finishing with that. Alright, it did kind of seem like we would be finishing with that, but okay. Jeez, that's a lot of text. Holy. What? Wait. Okay, there. What? Okay. Sure. Then these salvage piece of concept, characters, zombies, and weapons that had went through 3 cycles of being scrapped, remade, and designed were given to Dumpster Shark, who made it what it is. Where am I going? I'm going all the way over there. Okay. Let's do this. Oh! Wait, no, I'm actually going over there. That's fine. Whatever. Who made it to what it is. And even then, as much as I love Dead Island 2, it is linear. Its story isn't great, and it has so many little concepts, like breaking things with heavy attacks and puzzles using the environment, that are really cool, but I only be in the first half of the game because they weren't implemented at all in the later part. One of the bosses was barely checked. The Butcher boss fight, probably the most iconic boss fight in the game, and the main zombie of the game, has an exploit that lets you kill it instantly. Plus, even to this day, there's bugs. Dead Island 2 is a great game and is one of my favorite games, if not my favorite, but it was a mess in development and has a lot of problems because of it. Dumpster Shark Studio will forever have my respect for making this game even decent, let alone as good as it is. And making the gore system in this game, seriously, that was just impressive. Well, I do appreciate a good gore system in a video game, I'm not gonna lie. Hell, I'm pretty sure they ended up having to do 3 teams, a gameplay team, a story team, and a side quest team. That, I think, is usual. I think that's common. Just so that they could get the game out quick enough so they wouldn't shut down. The side quests in this game are godlike. I adore every side quest character in this game. A lot of people do, honestly. The side quests are often better written than the main story. Fair enough, fair enough. I mean, side quests are what most RPGs bank on players spending the most time with. You also have New Game Plus and the Neighborhood Watch mode just getting implemented after the second DLC with new zombies that didn't even get entries they were added that late. Now they were just reskins of 2 others, but that's not the point. This game has gone through some of the worst development hell I've ever seen, and in another universe probably would have ended up being put off for another 3 years as it gets dumped on another studio. That shit only came out decent because Dumpster Shark rushed it when they had 3/4 of a game to work with and a gory system that I just had shoved up my ass. What? But why did you shove a gore system up your ass? What? But despite it is my favorite game, and Dead Island is my favorite franchise, the music is a fucking banger. Just saying, if you want to read all those comments, you're going to have to go up like 11. Yeah, you kind of went off there. You kind of went off, but that's okay. I can live with it. Hey, kids. We're gonna have this again.
いいじゃんこのポケサーマシン。これ欲しかったんだよね。限定のやつだろ。
返してよ、僕の。
あ？なんだこのガキ。殴られてえのか。
こんなレアな機体、おめえらみたいなガキにはもったいねえよ。俺が使ってやる。
僕がお小遣いを貯めて買ったんだよ。
うるせえ、ぶっ殺す。
Mugging a little kid for his pocket circuit car. Unbelievable.
お前ら
Yeah. This isn't the first time this happened. And the music.
僕はポケサーファイターだ。それは小次郎くんのマシンだろ。返せ。
ほほう、まさかポケサーファイター様からお説教されるなんてな。おめえみてえなふざけた格好のやつがすごんだってなんも怖くねえや。
こんなガキどもが持ってるより俺たちが使った方がこのマシンもいい記録出せるだろう。マシンのためにもなるんじゃねえのなあ。ふざけるな。子供たちを傷つけるようなやつの記録なんてクソくらいだ。ポケサーで一番大事なのは速さじゃない。仲良く楽しく友達と思い出を刻むことだ。お前らなんかにポケサーをやる資格はない。
He's about to get punched in the face and knocked down, but oh well.
早く逃げて。
でもファイターが。
僕のことはいいから早く。言ったか。よし、不良ども、このポケサーファイターと勝負。
Yep, there he goes. Just like his namesake.
攻撃はアンツヤだぜ。
なんだこいつクソ弱えぞ。
いい年してこんな格好してガキのおもりしてよ。何がファイターだよ、かっこ悪い。
本当だぜ。こんなおもちゃにムキになってよ。ご両親もきっと泣いてるぜ。
さっさと実家に帰って家業でも継いだ方がいいんじゃないですか、ファイターさん。
What the hell's Kiryu been doing all this time, by the way?
小次郎くんの
He's just been staring at this.
返せ。うるせえな。ちくしょう。ちくしょ
気絶しやがったぜ。ザーコ。
Excuse me? What kind of pricks are you two? Hey! That's how you do it,
う。
dicks.
なんだてめえは。
通りすがりのポケサー好きだ。てめえらにファイターを悪く言う資格はねえ。さっさとそのマシン返しやがれ。
なんだこいつ、ぶっ殺されたいのか。
I'm surprised that guy's still standing, honestly, with the way Kiryu laid him out.
このおっさん。
I think he did a fucking flip. Which is especially impressive since Kiryu punched down. Okay. Do I actually have to care about either of you? The answer to this question is no. I do not believe I do. Right. Actually, oh! Oh, wait! Why can't I... Oh, it's because of that, right. That's fine. I think Beast Mode gets a bonus when you're using a weapon, right? Ooh! Okay, that's pretty good. Alright, and finally, this asshole. Nice miss. GG. Okay, I'm gonna catch my breath and then we're going to go and talk about the DLCs. Alright. So, I guess as long as you're having fun. And then I just want to talk about a bunch of little things. You know what, this is what I'm doing for the next 2 hours. Fair enough. Well, I guess it's time to talk about the house DLC. Its spell or whatever. Or it's spelled another way, but whatever. Honestly, world building wise and for the possible Cthulhu-like entities that might be in the series, we're not fully sure yet. It makes sense. No, it's a DLC. It comes out right after the main story canonically. It's fucking stupid. You can access it any time halfway through the story, so you have no idea when it is. Yeah. That's something that annoyed me. That has annoyed me about games in the past, when they just throw the DLC at whatever point they feel like, and it makes absolutely zero sense. And that's absolutely happened a bunch of times. And the whole idea of people putting their minds in computers to escape the zombie apocalypse and it being run by fucking, I don't know, none of it makes any sense. It's like some weird computer cooked. What? That doesn't make any sense. No matter how much you play through, and while the game plays cool, the only new weapons they added was a fucking crossbow, which that sounds pretty useless in a zombie apocalypse. That was only added, from what I can tell, so they could make an achievement, and the cheap gimmick that is pretty cool, but still doesn't make any sense. Also, if it does have something to do with a possible start of the virus existing, yeah, sure, but what can we tell? It doesn't. It's fucking pointless filler that doesn't make any sense. The only reason it's good is because it's dead on, and honestly, that's kind of sad. I don't know why Dumpster fumbled it so hard, especially with the Solar DLC right after being... Okay. Well, I guess they tried. You're saying a lot of bad things there, but you did play it, and you probably enjoyed it to a certain extent.
ファイター、しっかりして。
あれ、小次郎くん。
やった、目が覚めた。大丈夫、ファイター。
ああ、君たちこそ平気だったかい？
うん、ファイターが守ってくれたから、どうもありがとう。ファイターって強いんだね。びっくりしちゃった。
え、強い？
だってほら、周りのチンピラ倒してるじゃん。
Yeah, that was totally him. Yeah, I did notice that Kiryu walking away as the kids entered.
俺が？
他に誰がいるってのさ。
Sure.
かっこよすぎる。
Yeah.
ファイター。僕のマシン取り戻してくれてありがとう。
お礼はいいさ。ルールを破る連中を正すのはファイターの仕事だからね。
ファイターは僕のためにこんなに頑張って。
You know, if you're gonna walk around calling yourself fighter, you probably should be able to, like, fight, you know. But maybe that's just me.
いいんだよ、小次郎くん。悪かったのはこっちの方さ。君が自由にカスタマイズを楽しみたいのに変に知識を押し付けて君の楽しい気持ちをないがしろにしてしまった。マシンが速くなれば喜ぶ、勝負に勝てれば喜ぶ、そうやって勝手に決めつけて楽しみ方を押し付けようとしていた。ファイター失格だよ。ポケサーで一番大事なことを忘れていたよ。だからごめんね。
ファイター。じゃあ仲直りの印にみんなでポケサーやろうよ。
Yay!
やろうやろう。ポケサースタジアムでね、ファイター。
ああ、もちろんだ。ちょっと絆創膏でも貼ってくから先に行っててくれるかい？
わかった。待ってるからね。
よかったな、新しいファイター。
Okay, listen. We have to get the moment where we meet the president of Pocket Circuit. We have to get that moment because it's going to be Pocket Circuit Fighter. I don't think Kiryu and him will come face to face, but we have to have a moment where this Pocket Circuit Fighter tells the old one that Cosmic-kun helped him. We have to get that moment.
一件落着か。
Called it! Called it!
社長。
Yay! I called it! I called it! I fucking called it! it's I-chan all over again. I'm just calling them left, right, and center here.
ポケサーファイターが喧嘩に巻き込まれてるというから駆けつけたんだ。大丈夫かい？
はい、大丈夫です社長。子供たちも無事です。
そうか、よかった。子供たちを守ってくれてありがとう、村中君。
いえ、ファイターとして当たり前のことをしたまでです。
ああ、村中君、なんだか君すごい生き生きしてるね。なんか以前と変わった気がするよ。
そうですか？カズマくんのおかげかな。
カズマ
はい、バブルの頃からポケサを遊んでくださってる紳士な方です。僕、正直これからもファイターをやっていくのか
I like this.
悩んでいたんですけど、カズマくんが相談に乗ってくれて、背中を押してくれて、大切なことに気づかせてくれたんです。
そうか、カズマくんが。カズマくん、いい男だったでしょ。
はい、めちゃくちゃ。もしかして社長のお知り合いなんですか？
ああ、僕の大事な大事な。
Hey, I love
そう
it.
だったんですか。カズマくん言ってましたよ。ファイターは今でも大切な友達だって。
そうか。
じゃあ僕、そろそろ行きますね。子供たちが僕を待っているので。
ああ、いってらっしゃい。あ、村中君、もしまたカズマ君に会ったらこう伝えてくれるかい？いつかまた一緒にポケサしようぜ。
I love that he's still wearing the headband as well.
それじゃ失礼します。
今でも大切な友達か。一生ものの友達ができるんだもんな。ポケサーって最高だよね、カズマくん。いつかまた巡り会えたら、またあの頃みたいに子供みたいに泣いたり笑ったり怒ったりしながらさ、ポケサーやろうぜ、カズマくん。
Hey. And you see, this is exactly what I meant when I said that some of the memoirs were better than the lifelinks. And yeah, I stand by that. That was nice. I like that. I really like that. That was good. Pumpkins are fighter. Cool. Hang on a second. Bloody hell. You're really going off today, huh? Fucking hell. Chief gimmick. The only reason it's good is because it's dead on, and honestly, that's kind of sad. I'm fully going off story gameplay wise. It was pretty good, but that's just because Dead Island is a good gameplay. Now the Solar DLC added added lore, made one of the least important characters really interesting, introduced a new character with better character development, the all base. The gameplay was great. The weapons they added were fun, and the new zombies that they added, there weren't even any in the last DLC, were really, really cool. The Solar Festival was much better as a map. The side quests and missing quests introduced in Solar were better. Sort of. If there's one thing I'll give the first DLC, the missing quest was good, very good. Seriously, the first DLC's best achievement was adding that quest. That quest was fucking brilliant. Okay, so it was an entire DLC based around one quest, or based around the goodness of one quest. All right. But anyway, the second DLC also had a really good plot, and the boss fights were actually difficult. The final boss of the DLC felt like the final boss of Dead Island 2, which is a good thing in my opinion. Yep. If it's going to be like, you're probably going to be playing the DLC at the end of the game, even if you can access it earlier. So it being at the same level as it being at the same difficulty as the final boss is probably a good thing. Then there was Neighborhood Watch, which was really good as a little side mode. It was really nice. I like side mode and zombie games. The second DLC of Dead Island 2 was better than base game. It was better than any of the modes added. It was better than the second DLC. It's just the best bit of Dead Island 2. Maybe the best bit of it all. Okay, cool. Overall, I do absolutely adore this game, even if it's pretty crappy first DLC. While its storytelling isn't superb, it's charming enough, and honestly, with the developers confirming Dead Island 3 or whatever comes next won't go through development hell, I'm expecting a lot better storytelling in future. Yeah, that probably would help. That probably would help. I expected a lot from Dumpster Shark. Man, this music in Yakuza matching my mood right now. So reminiscent. Better than the Lifelinks. Yes. Yeah. Absolutely better than the Lifelinks. There's no question about that. That was really good. So we have a homeless guy. So is this going to be the florist? It's not, right? It's probably not. I'm like the boy who cried florist at this point. Is he gonna ask for alcohol?
救急車はダメだ。金がなくてよ。
金のことは後だ。今は自分の体を考えろ。
でももし借金取りに見つかったら、今助かってもどうせ俺は終わりなんだよ。
おい、じゃあどうしろってんだ。救急車がダメってんじゃ。
Well, there was that doctor from Yakuza 2. Look for a hospital, stop and think. What? Look for... Is this just, I don't want to do this right now? I think this is, I just don't want to do this right now. Let's look for a hospital. There was that doctor, though. I don't read Japanese, so wherever the camera's pointing at, I have no idea. I remember this guy. Some things never change. I don't remember him very well. He was only in one game. Actually, maybe two. Maybe he's in one as well. But a very minor role in one.
不法滞在の外国人だろうが困っている患者がいれば見ないふりはしない全く頭が下がるぜ今でもまだ続けていたんだなおい待ってろ今医者を呼んでくるからな
Alright, so, and what's funny is that I did actually mention when I first came to Kamurocho and I was going around doing all of the memoirs and grabbing everything, we came down this alleyway and I did mention that there used to be a doctor around here somewhere. So, we're getting him. We're getting him. I don't know if it's going to be the same one. That looks female to me. Yep. Hello. She has his eyes, though.
私が江本よ。父のことを言ってるなら外出中。もうすぐ戻ってくると思うけど。
She really has his eyes. They really did take the male model and make him female.
どんな状況？患者は動かせそう？
ホームレスが発作で倒れたんだ。下にいるが救急車は呼ぶなと言ってる。
了解。よくあることなの。悪いけど運ぶのに手を貸して。
もう大丈夫なのか。
ええ、大丈夫。彼は父が見ている患者で時々発作を起こすの。おかげで助かった。
そうか、ならよかった。江本先生は今もお元気で。
どうかな。最近少し老けたかも。あなたは父にかかってた方？
いや、そういうわけじゃ。
Will he recognize him?
こいつは何があった？
That's the best question though. Will he recognize
発作を
Kiryu?
起こして倒れてたの。お父さんがあげた薬を切らしたみたいね。そちらの方が呼びに来てくれたおかげで大事に至らずに済んだ。
そうか。助かった。ありがとう。目を覚ましたら
I mean, it's been 20 years, so it's not really a surprise.
いいんだ。
Well, more like 15.
そういうのを呼ばない。もうすぐに帰るよ。
お父さんのことを知ってるみたいだったけど。
いや、知ってるというか、噂で聞いただけで。それもずいぶん昔に。
へえ、いい噂？それとも悪い噂？
いい噂だと思う。
そいつはありがたい話だな。
今は娘さんと二人でこの医院を。
まさかここは俺が一人でやってるんだ。
Is she actually a doctor? Or does she just put on the coat? Is she a cosplayer?
ついでほしいと頼んだわけでもないのにな。
確かに頼まれてないけど、父が何を言おうとこの医院はカムロ町に必要な場所だから。逆にもういつ引退しても結構ですよと言っても、父が頑固に居座り続けてるわけ。
何か。
The moment of recognition, huh? I forgot he smoked.
いや、失礼。もしかしたらあんた昔の知り合いだったかと思ったんだが。そういえば何年か前に死んだはずだったよ。彼はカムロ町じゃ伝説と言われた極道だったんだ。
そうだったのか。
その声にも聞き覚えがあってな。よく似てる。でもやはり人違いなんだろう。でなきゃあいつが何年もどこかで死んだふりしてたってことになっちまう。
ああ、あいにく人違いだ。俺はそんなんじゃない。
そうか。
だが昔はよくカムロ町に入り浸っていたよ。あんたの噂もその頃に聞いたんだ。金と女が全ての好ましでただ一人、持たざる者に手を差し伸べてくれる人格者の名医がいるってな。
いろいろと尾ひれがついてるな。ま、名医ってとこだけは否定しないでおこう。
二人とも奥歯に何か挟まってるの？なんだか私のお邪魔みたいね。
いや、そういうわけじゃ。
ちょっと一休みしてくるからごゆっくり。
頼もしい後継者がいて心強いな。あんたの背中を見て育った先生だ。一目見た
It's the eyes. It's the eyes.
頑固そうなのがよくわかるよ。
まあ一度言い出したらもう人の話は聞かん。だがああいう性格でなきゃこの医院を続けていくことはできんだろう。患者たちも俺みたいなジジイよりも娘に治療される方が嬉しいと見える。
Gee, I wonder why.
隠居するんだって最近はよく聞かれるよ。
さすがにそいつは無礼だな。
ああ、おかげで死ぬまで医者でいてやろうってガッツが湧いてくる。
There's that stubbornness.
恩知らずの患者たちにまだまだ衰えてないところを見せてやるさ。
会えてよかった。江本先生。
医者の立場として歓迎するわけにはいかんが、必要ならあんたもまた来るといい。もし何か隠し事があっても医者は患者の秘密を守る義務がある。
He's a smart one too.
わかった。その時は当てにさせてもらうぜ。
Sure, you can start with I'm dying. You want to check out my cancer? Maybe you can do something about it. All right, so where's the female doctor gone? Where's the female Emoto?
時代は変わり、登場会さえもこの町からなくなったが、ずっと変わらねえものもあるってわけだ。あんたにはかなわねえよ、江本先生。
Oh no, okay. I was fully expecting her to have been kidnapped or something. And for us to have to go fight our way through the bad guys to get her out. I was fully expecting that. But okay, we actually got to meet the doctor again. Cool. Very cool. Right, so that means that there is one last one to do. Correct? Correct. And I already know roughly what this is going to be about. Do you know, I just remembered. I know that I don't need to do the bucket list stuff anymore. However, there was Bantam. Yeah, I didn't actually do Bantam. I literally walked right by the place when I was last here. Literally just walked straight by it. So I'm going to do that. Because honestly, it's embarrassing. So I'm going to make up for my... I'm going to make up for my stupidity. I literally just walked up to here, was like, hey, it's funny you can find an Irish pub in every place in the world. And I came in and I was like, hey, isn't this the place where we met Haruka for the first time? And then I must have just walked right the fuck back out again. Like, I didn't actually come in here and buy literally fucking everything, which is what I should have done. Because that's probably why I came to this area anyway. I mean, I'm going to get shit-faced, but whatever. I feel better now. I feel better now. Okay. Arigatou gozaimasu, master. Alright, so we are now going over here. Did I do this? Shellac and Earth Angel? Yeah, I remember doing those. Okay. Yes, you are correct. That's just what you did. It sounds like what I would do. That sounds exactly like something that I would do. I'm not a smart man, Jenny. By the way, one other thing, just a curiosity. Edit. What's the experience like? Okay, so you have a bit into 46. Nah. Sure. Do you know what? Here, I'll swap those two. We'll bring Sayako back onto the team. So I'm guessing that this is either going to be Komaki, or it's going to be the mad scientist who can, like, rewind time using your brainwaves or something. It's going to be one of those two. I don't remember. The last time I met Komaki, it would have been Yakuza 6, wouldn't it? I do actually remember him being in Yakuza 6. Or more accurately, there was a student, wasn't there? It was his son, wasn't it? It was his son. Wait, was that 6 or was that 5? That might have been 5, actually. I think it was 5 that I'm thinking of. Huh. I wonder if he's still alive. Yeah, I knew it'd be Komaki. A duel for the ages. Ah, shit, maybe I should have saved. Right. That's where he was in 0. Yeah.
なんとも
I don't know if I beat him like fully in every game. He was a sub story, and sometimes I did just ignore sub stories if I was coming to the end of the game. So I don't know if I actually did beat him entirely in every game, but I definitely met him, and I definitely tried to beat him up as much as I could.
ずれな特訓が多かったが、おかげで俺もかなり成長させてもらった。最後に会った時はいい年だったが、今も元気でやってるんだろうか。
おい、ここで何やってんだ、おっさん。
ここは俺らの縄張りなんだよ。分かってて来てんのか？ああ？
いや、知らねえな。
Oh man, he's just gotten so much more blunt as he gets older. He just doesn't have time for anybody, and I appreciate the hell out of it.
ああ、死んだな、おっさん。ご愁傷様。
Yo, hello, Hyperion. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream. Sit back, relax, and enjoy.
殺されたくなかったら金置いてくだけで今日は許してやってもいいよ。
みっちゃん優しい。
話になんね
ちょっと待て。お前舐めてんのか？優しくしてやれよ、突き上がりやがって。
えな。お前に優しくしてもらった覚えはね
Hell yeah, I just beat this game.
なら、
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
ぶっ殺して金奪うだけだ。
Alright, let's do this.
覚悟して。
Kind of feel bad for all the poor people that got infected, less because they got infected, more because of what I'm going to do to them. What? Alright, yeah. I forgot that I was completely and totally shit-faced. That would be thanks to Bantam, right? But that's fine. They're doing the work. I don't even need to do anything. I don't even need to do a thing. They're all attacking. Nobody's slacking off at all. Wow. And he just completely shit all over him. Oh yeah, right. I do need to I do need to block or something. Oh, now everybody's too drunk to care. Oh. Well, we had a good run, I suppose, for a little bit. All right, here we go. Let me smack you with a bicycle. This is one that Komaki showed me. Alright. Can he actually attack while he's drunk? I don't actually know. Well, he died, so I don't know if I could even tell. But Alright, cool. Easy, squeezy, McCheesy. Please tell me Komaki or son are going to show up now.
これに懲りたら二度とこんなことするんじゃねえぞ。
すみませんでした。
Damn.
ほう、なかなかやりおるの。数々の戦場をくぐり抜けてきたという。
That voice. Well, would you, Adam and Eva? Old man Komaki in the flesh.
お主、もしや。
はじめまして。どこかでお会いしたことありましたか？
Kiryu, you fought this guy way too many times for
な
that.
るほど。生きていれば言えぬ事情の一つが二つ出てくるよ。いや、ただの思い出。
Hey, and Komaki's still sharp as a whip.
稽古をつけていた弟子にどこか似ているように思ってな。
そうでしたか。
How many Yakuza games have you played? I have played 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Gaiden, and now this. I made it a point to go all through the entire franchise, and it's all on my channel. I streamed every Well, not every moment of it. Some of it is boring, like the Dondoku Island. I didn't stream that shit. You didn't. Nobody wanted to see me play that. But yeah, I've streamed most of it. Dude, same. Yeah, it is such a good franchise. It really is. Started from zero, which was, you usually say started from the bottom. Now we're here. I started from zero. So I actually started from like one of the best games, if not the best game. So we actually kind of started from the top and then kind of went down to the bottom. Dondo Island was boring. Yeah. Outside of the lifelinks, yes. The lifelinks in this game are they're not good. Not good. The reminiscing and the memoirs and this, meeting old man Komaki again, excellent. Peak. Love it. The lifelinks suck. Anyway.
わしは小牧流古武術の継承者で武術家をやっとる小牧宗太郎と
Think you can show me a thing or two, Komaki? For old time's sake?
弟子に古武術を教えておる。お主はこの辺では見かけない顔じゃが旅行か何かか？
いえ、ちょっとした野暮用でこの町に来ただけで。
I do love that Komaki is playing along, and he started playing along so effortlessly.
なら、お主、わしの弟子になってみんか？場合によっては100倍くらい強くなれるぞ。
I hope we meet his son, though.
もっと若い時に聞いていたらお世話になったかもしれません。ですが、今はもう他にやることがありますから。すみません。
そうか。ならば仕方ない。これは年寄りの独り言だと思って聞いてくれ。わしは昔からこの町のホームレスや力を持て余している若い連中を相手に戦いの稽古をつけておった。その中でもわしと張り合えるほどに強く優しい豪傑な男がいた。口には出さなかったが、いつも誰かのために傷だらけになっているようなやつじゃった。愛弟子として迎えたその男は、他の弟子たちにもいろいろと影響を与える面白いやつでな。
Maybe the guy that I'm thinking was his son was actually just his pupil. That might have been. Same. I started with Zero. I found it since it was free on Game Pass. Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, Zero was really where like the franchise kind of kicked off. You know, with like it was going on for years up until Zero, and like especially in the West, it just wasn't really known by anybody. But then Zero came out, and then people really started playing it. Then you had people like K-Son coming along and playing it and stuff like that, and having a whole little VTuber community of people who played it. So yeah, Zero's honestly where it really started to get its footing.
というものを持っていたんじゃろう。後にも先にもそういう男はあやつだけじゃった。まあ今はすでにどこかでくたばったらしいなどと弟子たちが言うておったがな。だがわしは今でもたまにその愛弟子に稽古をつけている夢を見るんじゃ。
I remember West Park before it was a construction site. I remember that.
お主、一つだけおい先短いわしの頼みを聞いてくれんか？死ぬ前にどうしてもやりたいことがあるんじゃ。
やりたいこと？
ああ、人生の総決算。最後に本気の
A duel for the ages, huh?
試合がしたいんじゃ。
Oh, that reminds me. I could probably do the fight with the fighter in Hawaii. I forgot about that.
今は愛弟子にの男じゃったな。老いぼれの最後の頼み、聞いてくれんかの。
Recommend level 38. I think I'm 40 some. No. No, yeah, no, I think I'm 40 something. I think Ichiban is 38-ish. But I think Kiryu is 40 something. Yeah, for real, have not played the original Yakuza 1 or 2. Same, I only played Kiwami. Yeah. Oh yeah, you have to do the fight against the fighter. You get some really good skills from it. You're over leveled to shit for anyway for it. You get some skills from beating him, really? That would actually be really cool. But obviously I'm gonna fight him. Obviously.
愛弟子に代わって全力でお相手しましょう。
ではこちらも全力で行かせてもらうぞ。
Komaki.
一の大勝負。小牧翔太郎参る。
Komaki. Oh man.
小牧翔太郎。
Sotaro Komaki. Oh, it's one-on-one. Interesting. Okay. I'm in Dragon Style. I wonder if the game would have automatically put me into Dragon Style, or if... I don't know. Okay, but this is kind of cool, though. Alright, so what do I want to do? I could start with Glory Awaits, if I think that this is going to take a while. But honestly, I don't think it will. Can I smack him with this? No. I think I'll just smack him with... Oh, I can't actually... Damn it. Fine. Fine. What else do you have? Do you have a way of buffing yourself? Lowering their attack would be decent. Making them bleed. May lower their defense. Yeah, we can do that. Alright. No lower defense. That's a shame. Ow! Damn it! Damn, that hurt. That really hurt. I'll try lowering his defense again. Okay, that's really not proccing. Oh, I got to go again. Oh, he's slow. Okay, that's really just not proccing. Am I near a weapon by any chance? No. Okay, fine. Let's try and bleed you. Ooh. Okay, that was not bad. Let's do this. Essence of sweeping. Oh, I actually got both of them. Oh, cool. Hold on. You didn't know if you got Heart of a Champion, and that beatdown move, they've been on the main character since you unlocked them because they aren't removable. What? You didn't know if you got Heart of a Champion? What? I have my list, not gonna lie. 0 is number 1 and Yakuza 8 is my number 2. Interesting. Very interesting. I don't really know. I haven't really thought about it all that much. I haven't really thought about it in that way, ranking them. But 0 would definitely be very high. 0 would definitely be very high. Ah! Okay. Actually, I'll take this opportunity to smash you over the head. I hope you don't mind. Not shabby. I am almost dying, though. I am almost dying. Oh, I can soul capture, though. Why did I think to use his healing abilities? Not bad. Oh, let's actually finish with this. Essence of Remembrance. I have used this, but I actually use it off stream. It's really cool. Dun. Just punching old man Komaki as hard as he can. Ooh. Nice. And there he goes. What's your least favorite? My least favorite would probably be 3. Okay. Gameplay wise, my least favorite would be 3, because the fighting system in that sucked, and it wasn't a Kiwami version at that point, so it was very clunky. So yeah. Story wise, my least favorite would be 5. If I remember rightly, 5 kind of... It's been a while. These games take a long time, and I haven't just been playing these games. I've been playing other games as well. So I do Yakuza game, something else, Yakuza game, something else. Blockuza. I don't know. I don't know what you mean by that one. But if I remember rightly, 5, just story-wise, was just all over the place. It was really, really weird, really, really bad. With a lot of plot holes. So many plot holes. Yeah, I thought it was 5. 5 went on for fucking years. Elden Ring took less fucking time. No, I think Elden Ring still has, I feel that I agree, fair enough. I think Elden Ring still has the record for most streams done, for a single game. I think that's up to like, I think that it's something like 30 streams. What is this? This is, what is this? I can't actually tell. Wait. This is 26. So we are actually getting close to Elden Ring with this game. We are actually getting very close to Elden Ring. I think 6 isn't that great either. Story twist felt so flat. Do you know, I absolutely agree. One thing that I absolutely hated about 6 was how a character assassinated Haruka. Like, how it made her the type of girl to just sleep around, to not use protection. I actually had a theory for basically the entire game that Haruto, that's the one. I had a theory that Haruto wasn't her kid for the entire game. That it was some conspiracy that like the kid belonged to somebody else, and it was like I came up with an entire sub story of my own where like the kid's parents were like Romeo and Juliet. They couldn't be together, or like one of them was like a high-ranking politician and the other was a lowly servant or something like that. So, but the mother didn't want to get rid of the kid, but then the father's family was coming after it, so she gave the kid to Haruka, and Haruka then protected the kid with her life because she's just that kind of person. And then she's just a kid. She's just a teenager who thought with her genitals rather than with her head, and it just kind of assassinated her, and I really hated that. But I will say that the twist where the Yamato just kind of shows up out of the water, that blew my mind. I love that. Dude, same, all for a boat. I thought similar, like she did what Kiryu did for her. Yeah, exactly. It would have been such a good way of being like, yeah, you are Kiryu's real daughter. You may not be blood, but he raised you, and you you've inherited from him. Like, that would have been so good. That would have been so good and so meaningful and so impactful, but nah. Oh! And that's another thing. So Haruka Sawamura has a son, right? And she decides to name that son after herself, instead of naming that son after Kiryu. Like, the man literally went through hell and back multiple times to save Haruka's life, and she has a son, and she decides, yeah, I'll name this one after me. Like, what are you talking about? Kazuma is right there. Kazuma is right there. Kiryu is right there. Like, what the fuck are you doing, Grady? I hate it. I genuinely hate it. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. And then in this game, they don't even let Kiryu and Haruka have a conversation. Oh, I hate how they've treated Haruka. I really do. Haruka deserved so much better. At least she did have her own little, like, mini-game thing in 5, which, honestly, I feel like was probably polarizing for a lot of people. I feel like some people would love it, some people would hate it. Honestly, I kind of liked it. I actually quite enjoyed it. But I can see why it would be polarizing. But at least she had that. So, man, she deserved better. She really deserved better. Anyway, that gave me a shit ton of experience, as well as an item, something of Inro, amulet of Inro, I think it was.
じいさん。
ああ、見事じゃ。
たく、何が追い先短いだ。その辺の若い連中よりよっぽどタフじゃねえか。
久しぶりに全力でやり合えたわい。ここまでやれる弟子は今もなかなかいなくてな。もうわしから教えることはないようじゃ。
人違いかと思いますが。
Also, the existence of Gaiden and Yakuza 8 makes 6 less impactful. Call me crazy, I love the dancing, not gonna lie, it was fun. Same with the taxi stuff. Yeah, I like those mini games. The hunting one was a little bit boring, but it was an interesting idea. If it makes you feel better, I am playing Persona again right now. Cool, very cool. I don't know what you mean about feeling better. I'm feeling great right now. Yeah, I really like those mini games. I didn't like Dondoko Island, but I did really like the business management minigame in 7 and stuff like that. He's currently playing Persona 5 Royal. One of my favorite games of all time, except the ending. The ending was better in base Persona 5. The existence of Gaiden in Yakuza 8 makes 6 less impactful. I actually disagree with that, because it's looking at it from the perspective of these games have always existed. Whereas if you're looking at it like this is a property that existed, and then the consequences of 6 is that Gaiden and 8 happened. And from that perspective, it's not that Gaiden and 8 make 6 less impactful. It's that the reason 8 and Gaiden were so impactful was because of 6. You know? It's not on the later games to give meaning to the previous games. It's on the games that come out first to inspire meaning in the next games. That's the way around that it should be looked at. And I think that they did a pretty good job of that. One thing that's basically become a meme on this channel since the very, you know what, you're kind of cooking. Thank you very much. One thing that's kind of becoming a meme on this channel is they basically made Yakuza 8 basically made Gaiden non-canon. Like, so much of 8, especially with the Daidoji and Hanawa, are just so completely different from what happens in Gaiden. It's like they were made from 2 different, like, scripts. Like, Gaiden makes no 8 makes no sense when you remember what happens in Gaiden. None. So yeah, that's really the dumb part. That's really the dumb part. Apparently it was written by the same guy, by the way. I found that out through Pila on the Discord. But apparently they were written by the same guy, and he just I don't know, had a brain fart. He like wrote one and then wrote the other like 3 years in a coma later. I have no idea. But real guy made me tear up. Yeah. The very ending where he sees the footage of the orphanage kids. Did I actually tear up? Yeah, I think I did. I'm not entirely certain. But I think that there were some tears. I think that there were some tears at that. That was so good. And then in this, they couldn't let Kiryu have a conversation. Dude, yes, yeah, it was great. It was great. I love when games make me feel things. You know, I live most of my life as a cold, heartless monster, so you know, being able to feel things every now and then is quite liberating. It's all right. It was a bad day for Rain. It's a bad day for Rain. Yeah. Funny how it's always raining indoors, right on my PC, which is very inconvenient. Oh man.
一ついいですか。
なんじゃ。
俺も以前あなたと似たような男に世話になったことを思い出しました。その男は強くなりたいと願う人間を見つけてはいつも受け入れて稽古をつけて。
Obviously, he's talking about Komaki right now.
稽古の内容は常識から外れたもんばかりだったが、強さへの信念や情熱はすごいものを持っていた。技だけではなく、精神も鍛えられるもんだった。きっと今もその信念を貫いて立派に弟子たちを育て上げているんだと思います。
信念か。それならお主の拳からも強い信念を受け取った。誰かのためなら己のことは顧みず戦う強い決意と守るための優しさをな。
He really hasn't. That's what makes Kiryu so great.
それは時として弁慶の泣きどころにもなる。足をすくわれぬよう気をつけることじゃ。わしが言ってやれるのはもうこのくらいじゃな。
覚えておきます。では俺はこれで。会えてよかった。小牧のじいさん。
ああ、さらばだ。名もなき者よ。わしはこの体が持つ限り、ここの町で弟子たちと日々精進しておる。いつかまた相まみえる時があれば、し合おうぞ。
That's asking quite a bit.
絶対にくたばるでないぞ。
Who do you think is gonna die first, Kiryu or Komaki?
あんたもな。
Hey.
Komaki流は今も多くの弟子たちが学んでいるらしい。じいさんの志を継ぐ強い奴らが育っているんだろう。俺も小牧のじいさんからは技以外にもいろいろ学ばせてもらった。
I wonder if Komaki will ever return. I wonder if the Komaki school will return. It kind of reminds me like one way that they could do that with Ichiban is if they kind of made the Komaki school like the new Amon, and the Komaki school is like, you're the strongest, we're gonna beat you up, and Ichiban's like, what? Why do you want to beat me up? And then they just end up fighting for no reason. I finally worked out how skill cards work. Very, very cool. Very helpful. I don't know if you know this, but if you get the artist boy, if you like level him up, then he will be able to like copy skill cards for you. So, but you need to have the original skill card for it to work. So if you have a skill that you really, really like, don't just spend it willy-nilly. Make sure that you get a copy first. Interesting, I've never played P5, only P4. Wow, okay, that's a rarity. I watched the show though. Oh, Jesus. I've never watched the P5 show, actually. I've never watched any of the Persona anime. I don't see why I would. I literally spent like 250 hours playing Persona 5. No, more than that. It was 250 hours for base Persona 5. Add on another 130 for P5 Royal. So like, what, 300 and something hours? Yeah, I don't want to watch the anime. I'm good. I'm good, thanks. I might play the game again because it's fun, but I don't want to watch the anime. But interesting that you only played P4. Huh. That's because it's like, that's another case where like Yakuza, it like Shin Megami Tensei and Persona were trucking along just fine in Japan, but they didn't really have anything to do with the West. And then Persona 4 Golden came out, specifically on like the PS Vita, I think it was, and that gave people in the West a reason to buy the Vita. It was literally the only reason to buy the Vita, but it gave them a reason to. So then it started to make waves, but then P5 came out, like boom, like just atomic bomb level of here we fucking go, lads, you know? So I'm actually kind of surprised. Low-key was hating on Kiryu hair, but it kind of fits him. Low-key looks better like this. It does look a bit janky. It looks kind of like he's bleached strips into his hair rather than it going fully gray. It does look a little bit weird, but honestly you get used to it, and it does look kind of nice. Thank God a stupid two-headed dog thing's been ruining me for way too long, but now I have an ice power. I can just knock it down, then I can absorb it as XP instantly, ending the fight. Hell yeah, brother. Two-headed dog. Which one was that? I honestly, if I saw a picture of it, I'd probably be able to tell you the name instantly, and hell, maybe even its weaknesses and strengths if I got lucky. But just from that, I can't remember. I would say the reason you haven't watched the show is because you've played the game a lot, but also the animation in Persona anime looks beautiful. I'm 100% intending to watch it. I mean, fair enough. But Persona games do take a long time. All the Persona games take a long time. So by the time you're finished with it, I feel like most people are probably just done with it, you know? 130 hours-ish to play a single game, that's a big commitment. That is a very big commitment. I didn't have a PS, so I bought Golden for PC. Played it, low-key changed my life. Hell yeah. I can absolutely understand that. Okay, fun fact. I actually had, this was years after Persona 4 came out. I had a PlayStation 4 at the time. And I've had PlayStations all my life. I had 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now I have 5. I'm playing this on it right now. But I had a PlayStation 4 at the time. And I was watching an episode. It was an old episode as well. It wasn't a recent one. Of the Co-optional podcast, the one with Total Biscuit, Jesse Cox, and Press Hard to Continue / Dodger, and they were talking about Persona 4 Golden on the PS Vita, and they were loving it, and it was especially a surprise for Total Biscuit because he isn't usually into anime-like games, so it was a super surprise for him. But then I was like, hang on, I want to play this. Well, no. First of all, I was like, wait. First of all, I was like, okay. They mentioned on the show that a YouTube channel called Giant Bomb had played through the game. So I actually went and watched Giant Bomb play through the entire game. I watched him do the entire playthrough, and I loved it. It was great. Then, only then, did I go, hang on, I want to play this. So I literally bought, remember, I had a PlayStation 4 at the time. I went on Amazon and I bought Persona 4 for the PlayStation 2. Like the original Persona 4 for the PlayStation 2. And I went up into my attic and I dusted off my PlayStation 2 that I'd had for like 10 years at that point. It hadn't run in, must have been like 8 years at least. And I dusted it off, put it in, worked like a fucking charm. I played through the entire thing myself, even after I'd already watched Giant Bomb play it. It was great. It was great. And look, let me tell you, the menu music. Usually I don't like. Usually I don't go into the weeds on music and stuff like that. Usually it's just in the background, and I'd be like, okay, I like this track. I don't like this track. Whatever. But the menu music when you first start the game, good old reliable PS2, hell yeah. The menu music when you first start the game, the da 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 da. That menu music is stuck in my brain. I love it. Whenever I hear that menu music, it's like every muscle in my body just instantly just relaxes. Just like, oh, I'm home. I'm home again. Like, I love it. I love that music. I really do. All right, let's actually do this story. Hell yeah, it's great. Let's do this main story, shall we? What? Hello. You really did. You really need to watch where you're going. Also, Shizuko is kind of walking away still. Who the fuck are they and why are they named characters? Oh, it's Onomichio-kun. That's an Onomichio keychain. Yeah. You understand that I get the same thing when I listen to the menu music for Dead Island 2. If you won't believe, I'm bringing up Dead Island 2 again. Yay. I'm not surprised. It is obviously one of your favorite games of all time. So, hey. Heartbeat, heartbreak, heartbeat, heartbreak. Da, da. Yeah, first time is top 5 human experience. It's so good. It's so good. Ignoring it being a zombie game, Drowned is such a beautiful song. Cool, very cool. Never played Dead Island. Me neither. Me neither. Not much of a zombie game fan myself, but apparently it's amazing. Honestly, I have heard really great things about Dead Island, like as a franchise. I didn't realize that it was in development hell. That 2 was in development hell, but I've heard great things about Dead Island as a franchise. Also, why do these two have names? I don't understand. Shizuko. Do we know her? Thank you very Michi. Okay. Shizuko. Hey, she's from Onomichi. Shizuko, huh? Okay, suddenly it's not as funny. Did I do this? When I was in Onomichi, I met a sick girl who was afraid of getting surgery. She said she liked Onomichio, so I cheered her up by wearing the Onomichio costume. Did I do this?
辛くても我慢する。静子、勇気出すから。
静子だ。
静子、帰る方向こっちだよね。一緒に帰ろうよ。
ああ、ごめん。今日はちょっと用事があって、カムロ町ヒルズってところに行かなきゃいけないの。
そうなの？結構歩くよ。静子一人で大丈夫？引っ越してきてそんな経ってないし、この辺のことまだよく知らないでしょ？
大丈夫だよ。地図も調べてきたし、心配しないで。じゃあね、ミキ。
It's good that she got better. Happy ending to the story.
気をつけてね。じゃあね。
Yeah, you should definitely not leave her alone. This is Kamurocho we're talking about. You should definitely follow her. Is Shizuko heading towards Pink Street? That's not good, especially if she doesn't something or something. She probably doesn't even remember me. Still, I should probably make sure she's okay. I hate how fast the words are in this game. Is there really no way for me to fix that? Like, genuinely, is there no way for me to fix that? Like, if I could make the, like, letters appear slower? Text size... Display text skip subtitles. Toggle text skip prompt on / off. No. Off. Subtitle background. Text size. Ew, that's so annoying. That is so frustrating. Anyway. Wait. Okay, need to go back a little. Yo, you need to play, although I would recommend playing 2 first, because there's only really one character you need to know, and their only contribution to the first game is who do you VOD? What? All you do, I thought you had to do this for the plot. Did I keep running sub-stories by accident? I did like 20 think they were plot related. I mean, they are plot related in that you have to do them. Screw it. I'll just auto. You do have to do them because, like, you can't progress the game unless you do, so kind of plot related. I was a Ridge Racer kind of guy. That and Midnight Club and GT4. Okay, very much a racing type gamer. I played a little bit of one Ridge Racer. I don't remember which one it was. I never played Midnight Club, but I've always loved Gran Turismo. I've always loved Gran Turismo. It's been a long time since I can say in fact, I don't think I can ever say I completed one, because like it takes so long to complete Gran Turismo games. But I've played a couple of them. They're very fun. Yeah, that's what happens in media when they give children. I mean, they grow up. It's very jarring, especially when they hit that maturity age. Like, you're not the same person anymore. Yeah, fair enough. My original comment was about boobs, but I deleted it because it might be a bit inappropriate if taken in the wrong context. Meh. I mean, everybody likes boobs, so don't worry about it. Definitely add it to the list. Just Dead Island 1 can be a bit of a slog at points. There's also Riptide if you're going to play the Dead Island franchise. Most people forget Riptide exists. I like to play in story order. I'll check out a video. Yeah, I do too. I wouldn't play a game unless I played the sequel, or unless I played the prequel. I say that, but I've never played Persona 1 or 2. And I only played Persona 3 after I played Persona 4 and 5. So, I'm flexible. Well, the Dead Island story order is as simple as Dead Island 1, Dead Island Riptide, Dead Island 2. There's also a little side plot which is either comic or pixart. Interesting. A little comic one. I hope they didn't try to do the same thing that, what was it, Concord tried to do, where like they had a shitty game and then they were like, one of the main talking points about the game, about this shitty game, was that they were going to have like weekly cutscenes to continue the story. I hope it wasn't that. I never completed them either. I was a baby when I was playing them. I used to play Ridge Racer at an arcade. That was cheap. Fair. I had Ridge Racer on one of my PlayStations. I don't know which one it was. Probably like PlayStation 1 or 2. But I've never played any zombie game. Yeah, I don't think I have either. I never really liked zombies as a concept. I've always found them boring. So I've always kind of avoided them. Yeah. Yeah, same.
お姉ちゃん暇？俺らとちょっと遊ばない？この辺に雰囲気のいい店あってさ。ああ、もちろんおごるよ。
結構です。私もう行きますので。
おっと、待ちなよ。そんな釣れないこと言わないでさ。いいじゃん。そもそもこの辺をうろついてるってことはナンパ待ちだったんじゃないの？
違います。迷ってしまっただけで。
またまた照れ隠し？なあ、お兄さんたちといい思い出作ろうぜ。
誰か
The trash is the trash is really loud today, huh?
てめえの汚ねえ手
Yep.
で静かに触るんじゃねえ。
なんだよこのおっさん。
He said her name.
なんで私の名前を。
And she recognized him.
目障りだ。さっさと消えろ。俺が本気で怒らないうちにな。
やべえやつだな。おい大丈夫か？逃げるぞ。
Bye.
覚えてろよこのクソ親父が。
What the hell happened to your foot? He punched your face last I checked.
最近のガキは。
Damn kids. Damn kids, get off my property. Well, if you've never played any zombie games, I wouldn't start with Dead Island. I would start by playing either Dying Light or Last of Us. Yeah, probably Last of Us, although avoid Last of Us 2. The games get you into the main genre of survival games like Dead Island and Dying Light, and more FPS-based games, and then more story-focused games like Last of Us and Days Gone. Right, there was Days Gone. I was thinking of playing that at one point. I was considering it. I don't think I'm going to, but I was considering it. Never heard of Dying Light. Yeah, it's very much more of a niche game, I think. I don't know very much about it, to be honest. If you know the Last of Us plotline, the best thing for you to do is play Days Gone. Instead, if you want some more interesting zombie games, though, there's always World War Z and PvZ. Plants vs. Zombies? That is true. I have actually played the original Plants vs. Zombies. That is correct. So, technically, I have actually played a zombie game. Go me. I'll be back in a bit to continue lecturing our friends on zombie media. I have to go and eat, though. Alright, enjoy your food. Enjoy, enjoy.
ありがとうございました。
ああ。いや、気にしないでくれ。じゃあな。
もしかして桐生のおじさんじゃないですか。
She actually remembered his name as well. That's for Zombies to speak. Yeah.
そうですよね。
Kiryu fell for the oldest trick in the book. Hey, are you Kiryu? It's like, what? I knew it's you. Like, come on. You're supposed to be some kind of a spy, aren't you? Even if you're a bad one.
道夫君を私に会わせてくれた桐生のおじさん。こんなところで会えるなんて。お久しぶりです。桐生のおじさん。
Seeing the AI freak out in the background is very funny. I'm surprised she recognized me. Still, she doesn't know much. Not about me, nor who I used to be. I don't want to hurt her feelings. I should be honest with her.
久しぶりだな、静子。俺のこと覚えてるのか？
忘れるわけないじゃないですか。私の命の恩人なんですから。
恩人？
はい。
Because of the surgery.
だったんですよ、桐生さん。
Okay. Is she going to propose? That would be funny as hell. This is the music I'd be hearing IRL, not gonna lie.
桐生さんにお会いできて本当に嬉しいです。
ああ、俺もだ。前に会った時はあんなに小さかったのに、もうすっかり立派なお姉さんだな。
いえいえ、全然まだ高校生のひよっこです。
あの後、手術はうまくいったのか？
はい、お医者さんが頑張ってくださって、その後のリハビリもうまくいって、すっかり元気になりました。
Hey! Another happy ending.
桐生さんのおかげですよ。
俺は何もしていない。
そんなことありません。 手術を怖がっていた私を道夫くんに会わせてくれたじゃないですか。道夫くんは私に手術に立ち向かう勇気をくれました。あの勇気がなかったら私手術を拒否し続けて、もしかしたら悪い結果になっていたかもしれません。だから桐生さんや道夫くんには本当に感謝してて、いつかお礼が言えたらなってずっと思っていたんです。でも桐生さんとは一度会っただけで、それ以外何もわからないから探せなくて、ずっと心残りだったんです。
Sorry, before we move on though, I'm forcibly reminded of the one time I was scared of surgery. I've had a couple of surgeries in my life. Most notable, I had a couple when I was a kid, and then I had one more as a teenager, and I was never really scared, especially because like the first time I was in so much pain that like I was honestly just happy for the drugs just to stop the pain. But then after that, like, it was no big deal. However, there was one time after that where I was genuinely scared, and I was genuinely considering not having the surgery. And that was I was in a hospital ward, and I was on like the what did you have? I don't really want to go. Oh, sorry, that's a different person. Sorry, I just realized. Hello, Nathan Diaz. I didn't even realize. I didn't even realize. Sorry, I've got you and Hyperion mixed up. Hello. Welcome to the stream. I hope you have a fine old time. Okay, I broke my leg when I was a kid. I broke my femur specifically. So the hardest bone in your body. Yep, I broke it. So that was a couple of that was a couple of surgeries just there. And then when I was a teenager, I had my appendix taken out, which was only a minor surgery, but it still got me out of school for like 2 months. So hey, happy days. But yeah, so when I was a kid, broke my leg, it was like the second or third surgery that I needed doing. And I was in a hospital, and I was on like the 3rd or 4th floor. Something like that. And I mean, I'd broken my leg. I needed to go do a surgery, but I broke my leg. So obviously, I needed to go on the lift. However, the week that I was scheduled to have my surgery, the elevator was broken. So the doctors were actually very kind, and they explained to me, okay, look, you're gonna have to like be carried down on this like stretcher thing, and there's like kind of sides to it. It's made out of cloth. I think it was basically the same kind of thing that they used during war time, like those kinds of cloth stretchers. So you'll be in this thing, and you'll be perfectly safe, and we'll just carry you down. But I was like, I'm not sure I like that. So after me being really upset, they were like, okay, we'll put off the procedure for a little bit, okay? And I was like, okay, thank you. And hopefully the elevator will be fixed. But then they booked me in for a couple of days later, and the elevator still wasn't fixed. So they're like, look, Aki, you really need to have this surgery. We could delay again, but you should probably have this surgery, like, right now. So I was like, oh, shit. Okay, fine. So they did. They carried me down, and it was genuinely terrifying. I still remember, like, I say that there were like cloth, like it was kind of like a hammock, right? Whereas like you sink into it, and there's like cloth on either side, so you're kind of held in place. I say that, but when you're like being held between 2 guys, and like one of them is like 5 steps lower than the guy holding your head, you're able to look down and just see everything, and and it doesn't matter that there's a side on you. I was able to look to my right and just look straight down the damn stairwell. It's like, It was horrifying. It was genuinely horrifying. But thankfully everything went okay. So I didn't fall over the balcony and like hit my head or anything. So we're good. We're good. But it was genuinely horrifying. All right. Trauma. Yeah. That is one of those inside out core memories. That's the one. It was a core memory for me. I think I was already afraid of heights before that happened. After that happened, though, it solidified into a major thing. I'm now, yeah, not a fan of heights at all. An event, yeah. An event.
桐生さんがまさか東京の方だったなんて思いませんでした。どうりで尾道を探しても見つからないわけです。
お前こそどうしてカムロ町にいるんだ。尾道から引っ越してきたのか。はい、
実は私医者を目指していて、その夢のために東京の医大に強い学校に入学したんです。それをきっかけに家族で上京しました。
Not a surgeon?
医者か。すごいじゃないか。
Well, maybe she'll specialize later.
ですけどね。同級生もみんな頭いいし、ついていくのがやっとです。でも、病気の私を救ってくれたお医者さんみたいに、私もいつか誰かの命を救えたらなって。
I mean, look, if you have been accepted into a special school that's like designed to put you on the right path for like such a what's the word I'm looking for? Such a like important profession as a doctor, you were probably accepted there for a reason. It's probably because you're as smart as everybody else who goes there. Although saying that, there is that kind of story. Oh, I broke my ankle in high school or in school. Loki had to hold that pain in not to lose aura. No, you honestly, having broken my leg. Well, okay, let's be real. Breaking your femur is probably a lot more painful than breaking your ankle. But still, breaking a bone. Nah, man. Nah, I ain't holding that shit in. I'm gonna cry. There is those stories, thinking about it, of like the super intelligent kids who are really who are like the top of their class in high school and secondary school and stuff, and then they go to college. And it's suddenly a culture shock for them that they're not the smart one anymore. That everybody else is just as smart as they are. And it's a major thing. It's a real thing. I don't remember what it's called. Is it... I think... there's a specific word. I have protege in my head, but it's not that. It's... Oh, I don't remember. But it's a specific psychological thing that happens. So maybe the same thing is happening to her. Also, what the fuck kind of special school exists that trains high school students to become doctors? Like, what the hell is that? That's completely crazy right there. It hurt like hell, but my adrenaline was pumping. Yeah, that's fair. I didn't realize until I stood back up, took a step, and fell again. Yeah, adrenaline will really get you going. Only in Japan, that's what it is. Yeah, honestly, maybe. The stereotypical Asian parent thing. Why are you not a doctor?
お前ならきっと叶えられる。
はい。もし桐生さんが病気になったとしても、私が医者になって治してあげますから。
Since you're asking.
ありがとうな。その時はよろしく頼む。はい。さて、そろそろ行くか。 お前行く場所があるんだろ？送っていくよ。この辺は危ない輩が多いからな。
Why are you going to Kamurocho Hills, by the way? I don't know what Kamurocho Hills is, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, what is it? Is it another, like, hotel or something? Is it just a building of offices? I don't actually know what it is.
はい、迷っちゃって。今度からはカムロ町は一人で出歩かないようにします。
Yeah, you probably should remember.
尾道夫のことまだ好きでいてくれてるんだな。
もちろんですよ。道夫くんと私結婚するんですから。
She's still saying it.
そういえばそんなこと昔言っていたな。
Oh, what is she going to say? What is she going to say if Kiryu tells her, you know, I was the one in the Onomichio outfit? Oh, I want him to. I want him to. I want to see her entire face turn bright orange in embarrassment. I really do. I was playing basketball after that. I was done, actually. When my leg was cooked is when I hopped on Persona. Really? You played basketball with a broken ankle? I feel like that was an ill-advised course of action. Okay? I feel like that was probably not the best idea, but hey, I hope you at least scored once or twice so that you didn't hamper the team with your broken ass leg.
道夫と結婚か。もっといい相手を探した方がいいと思うぞ。
なんでですか？道夫くんは面白いし優しいし強いし最高の旦那さんになると思いますよ。
いや、あいつはなかなか面倒なやつなんだ。頑固だし、不器用だし、ひねくれもんだしな。
桐生さん。野暮なこと聞いちゃうかもしれませんけど、道夫くんとして私を助けてくれた人って。
She's bringing it up herself.
ここにいたのか。
Oh, come on. Come on. No, I broke up playing in a game. Fair enough, fair enough.
桐生さん。
Man, we were just about to have a heartfelt moment where this high schooler was going to propose to Kiryu. And I was going to laugh my ass off. Yeah.
おいおい、どうした？もしかして逃げるのか？あ？
逃げも隠れもしねえよ。子供の前でダセえ姿見せるキャラじゃねえんだ。手加減はしねえ。死にてえやつだけかかってこい。
Bring it on, biatches. Freak accident though, no one's fault. I stepped on their feet. Let me see. How do I want to do this? Ooh, throat slitter. If this KOs your target, it boosts your agility. Oh, cool. Let's do this one. And we'll do you. Beep, beep. I stepped on their foot when coming back to the ground, but what you said earlier, I felt that. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. I'm sure that your team was very supportive of you taking a break halfway through. I mean, you worked so hard up until that point, right? I'm only messing with you. I'm only messing with you. Like I said, I would have cried if it was me, so you're doing fine. Let me see here. You don't actually have very much in the way of AoEs, do you? I mean, you have oh, you have bowling, I suppose. Sure, let's do some bowling. The fact that that's an attack is so funny. Boom. And his attack is boosted. Alright, so what can we do with you lot? Cyclone of Iaido seems like a fun time. Seems like a fun time for all the family. Yep, that'll do. And follow up. Nice. And a decent amount of cash too. You love to see it. Essence of Hell Hive. What? Essence of Hell Hive? I really want to see that. What the fuck does that look like? Is she literally gonna throw flaming bugs at people? What? Why do people keep asking him that when he's the one standing and everybody else is lying on the ground?
はい桐生さんが守ってくれたからあの日みたいに
よかった。なら行くぞ。
はい
I still don't know what Kamurocho Hills is though.
今日はありがとうございました道まで教えていただいて
気にすんな。好きでやったことだ。
これ今日のお礼です受け取ってください
Oromicho keychain. Okay.
もしよかったらつけてくださいねこれで桐生さんとお揃いだ
She has this bear.
それ私家に50個持ってますから大丈夫です
そんなにいらない。
Yeah, just a bit. Enough for all your friends and
あ
family.
りがとうな。
こちらこそ桐生さんには本当に感謝しかありません私ダメですねこの年になっても桐生さんに助けられてばっかり与えてもらう
That's why you're going to be a doctor, right?
何
Isn't
も
it?
与えられない
So that you can give
桐
back?
生さんに私ももっと何かしてあげられたらいいのに
静子、それは違うぞ。
え
俺はお前に今日十分すぎるくらいたくさんのものを与えてもらった。あんなに小さくて手術に震えていた女の子が元気になってこんなに素敵なお姉さんになって夢を追いかけて一生懸命毎日を頑張っている。そんなお前に俺がどんだけ勇気をもらえたと思ってる。
桐生さん
お前はきっと立派な医者になれる。諦めなければきっと夢を叶えられる。だから頑張れよ。お前の手で昔のお前みたいに苦しんでいる人たちを救ってあげてくれ。俺はいつまでもお前を応援しているぜ。お前の好きな道夫くんもきっとそう思っているはずだ。じゃあな、静子。元気でな。
桐生さん今までありがとう道
こっちこそ。ありがとう、ミチ。
ありがとう、ミ
あり
チ。
がとう桐生さん道夫くん
And she did know. Aww. I was a decent athlete, but then I met someone who was truly an amazing athlete. He actually played in college, but seeing this dude who was like 7 inches taller and just as fast and skilled made me quit. Yeah, I don't know. That is a bit of a shame. That is a bit of a shame, quitting something you like because somebody else is better at it. Like, but I don't know. I really don't know. I'd like to say the usual thing that they say in like Japanese anime and video games especially, which is like if you do your best and you train hard enough, then you could be just as good as he is. But then a part of me is like, well, you know, some people are just simply some people just simply have the genetics to be world-class athletes and some people don't. That it's like, you can't look at somebody the size of like Shaquille O'Neal and say, oh yes, he couldn't be a basketball player. No, like, especially in basketball, size does make a difference. So I don't know. I just do what makes you happy is, I suppose, the most important thing. Like, and just because somebody else is better than you doesn't mean that you're bad either. Like, you can be better than 99% of other people who play it. Just because the 1% is better than you doesn't mean that you're not good, you know? No, for real. And it's crazy to think he couldn't even make it to the NBA. Shows how talented they are. Yeah, true. True. Yeah. It does suck though, giving up on a good hobby. And basketball is definitely a good hobby. Yeah. Just I don't know what to say. Shizuko's practically grown up. She was so small back then. What time is it? We can explore a bit longer, I think. Can we? Look around, take a look around Kamurocho a bit more. Ah. Okay. I don't know what the hell that's going to be. Sure. Let's do that as well. I am going to have to leave soon enough, but I think we'll have time to do one more little side activity. One last little side activity. Well, if it is a side activity at all, it might be the main thing. It's based on the main thing, at least. By the way, how's my charge? Oh no, fully charged. Cool. I haven't even used it. I probably should use it more. 4 shine to... Wait, are we going to meet the girls again? Are we going to meet her again? Oh, please. Please. I loved... That's one thing I will say. I loved the Cabaret Club minigame in Zero and Kiwami 2. I loved it. It was great. Cabaret Club, hell yeah. It's amazing. I replaced it with something else. I wasn't too sad because kind of forced to play it. Same with baseball. Fair. I mean, if you're forced to play it, that's a different story. That is a different story. Yeah. What the fuck is it doing here? Will the stars shine again? This is Kiwami 2. It was a fun minigame. That was a genuinely fun minigame. It was it was funny how much the 1 and 2 ripped off of the 1 and 0. Like, even so much as the animations. Kiryu had the exact same animations as Majima did in 0. It was very funny. Hang on a second. The order you should play zombie games in is Dying Light, Last of Us, Dead Island, Dying Light 2, Days Gone, Dead Island 2, Dead Island Riptide, PvZ, DayZ, 4 different kinds of Call of Duty zombie ripoff. Make sure to play all the DLCs as you go, then play more endings for Dying Light, then do all the endings for Dying Light, to then all the endings for Dying Like the Beast, what? Then play Fortnite Save the World, then play 7 different types of zombie tycoon games on itch.io, then play Zombie Prom, then play Lollipop Chainsaw. Oh, Lollipop Chainsaw, I'd actually quite like to play that at one point. That might be a game I might stream, actually. That might be the first zombie game I stream. Lollipop Chainsaw. I don't know. I feel like it might get me demonetized. Kind of like, what's it called? Bayonetta. I'm kind of scared to play that game too. Just because, well, demonetized. I'm not monetized. But it might get me, like, struck with something. I don't know, malaria or something. I'll have to dedicate my whole life to that. Yeah, that's asking a bit much. That's asking a bit much. If you want my advice for which zombie games to play the one that most appeals to you. There you go. If you have something that you actually look at and are like, oh, that looks fun, play it. I mean, it's a lot less intense than Breakfast Man's, at least. It's not as accurate, I suppose, but it's definitely easier to get your head around.
経験だったな。
Hey, Yuki and Koyuki, that's the one, and Yoda-san. Aw, they so cute. They so cute. Why do I get the feeling you'll see at least one of them?
もしかして系列店なのか？
Oh, it's Koyuki. We're actually meeting them again. Oh, yeah, boy.
どこかでお会いしたような。
人違いでしょう。それでは。
Nope. I actually remember her doing that before. I love it. I love it.
いつの間にか消えちゃったからどこかでのたれ死なれたのかと思ってましたよ。
Oh, that's amazing.
少しは顔出してくれればいいのに。お久しぶりです。お元気でしたか？
I love it. That's so good. Too late to fake it now, but Koyuki's just a civilian. She has no idea who I was or what I've done. I'd look even more suspicious trying to keep up the act.
お前こそ元気だったか、小雪。
Oh, that's great.
あのフォーシャインか？
そうなんですよ。あの大阪ナンバーワンキャバクラフォーシャインが満を持して関東上陸。もうすぐオープン初日なんですよ。
ほう、すごいじゃないか。で、どうなんだ？順調なのか？
それがなかなかそうもいかなくて。
No?
ようよう関西から来たよそ者
Of course.
まだ帰ってなかったの？困るんだよね。よそ者が簡単に店出せると思われちゃうとさ。カムロ町にはカムロ町の流儀と品格。
Yeah, I don't think you really know anything about Kamurocho, my dude. Just ask Kiryu. Hang on a second. Dying Light is first for sure. Okay, cool. Well, unfortunately for you, there's more because now you need to play Dead Space. Oh, Dead Space is another one that I might play on stream. Minecraft, spent at least 100 hours playing 2 more Daisy, and fuck it, that would Archmont. And you know what? The Last of Us 2 is, if you're a masochist, yeah, you'd have to be a masochist to like The Last of Us 2. Then watch 20 different zombie movies, including the Japanese Woman Apocalypse, where it's just men getting turned into women. Great movie for some reason. Oh, Japan. Never change. Then watch every zombie TV show to ever exist, then play every tower defense game, then play Dead by Daylight, and P100 every Resident Evil character. That'll take about 400 hours. Breakfast is dedicated to craft. Yes, he apparently has a thing. Honestly, I wasn't aware that he had a thing, but he most definitely has a thing. Then play PS2 Hagrid, the horror game. Then there's about what? Like Harry Potter Hagrid? What the fuck? Then there's about 7 more games I can't remember the name of right now, but you're meant to slot them in between PvZ and the other 7 games. Oh, good. Oh, okay. I see. That makes perfect sense. What? Then you need to watch every single zombie anime. How do you feel about coffee? I enjoyed all the mangas. That's about 7,000 hours worth of content. Yeah, that sounds about right. I'm not the biggest fan. I have a cup of coffee every time I stream, but that's because I'm on medication for depression, and my depression medication makes me very, very tired. So without coffee, I couldn't stream right now. You will never run out of zombie content. Yeah, definitely not. Definitely not. It definitely had its renaissance period, like in the 2010s. It's definitely fallen off as a genre these days, but yeah, there's still a lot to do. There's still a lot there. And then finally play I Fell in Love with Your Dead Grandma. I'm sorry, you did what now? And then you'll officially leave the tutorial of zombie media. Okay, well, if I ever have a question about zombie media, I suppose I know exactly where I'm going with for that information. Oh man, I have to say that I do like the taste of coffee though. I do like it. I don't know. I don't want to get addicted to it. I know that you'd need to drink a lot per day. And I only drink it like maybe 4 times a week. But yeah, just don't really want to be dependent on it. I drink coffee every day, rip my heart, it's my only vice. Fair enough, fair enough. It's not even the worst thing in the world. It's just personal preference at that point. Oh yeah, you have to complete the Yokai Watch Zombie Night minigames at some point. Actually, let me check the game catalog for it. Jesus. Oh man. Old hags? Wait, how old are they? If they were in their mid-20s, they would be... they'd be about 40. Older than 40 now? Actually? Huh. Damn. Okay. Suddenly I feel old. More games. Yep. The train has only just begun. And Superman ain't here to stop this train. All we have is me, and I'm just an anime boy wearing a pink hoodie. There's nothing I can do. I don't know, the feeling of coffee. I feel sharper, more talkative too. Yeah, exactly. That's the entire reason why I'm capable of streaming. Without coffee, I would not be capable of streaming. It's as simple as that. Evil West. That's another one. That's like a turn-based game, isn't it? I do kind of want to play that too. Crow Country, Age of the Dead, Zombie Simulator, World War Z Aftermath, Deadland, Polygon VR, Zombie Overload, every PvZ game. Hard hoodie though, thanks. I like my pink hoodie, it's cute. Pink is my favorite color. Zombies Ate My Neighbors, Call of Duty 1 through 100 or something, Battlefield. Has Battlefield done a zombies thing? I thought that was only Call of Duty that did that. Far Cry. Did Far Cry do zombies? I know there was that weird Far Cry game. Oh, what was it called? I don't remember, but it was the one where like there were dinosaurs and everything was neon. That was a weird ass game. Predator Hunting Grounds, Killing Floor, Space Marine. Wait, I played COD. Hold on. What? Stick versus Zombies, Stick Epic Fights, Dead Station, Welcome to Paradise, Zombies Anime, Girls. Honestly, I don't know what these are. Like, are these still video games, or are you just talking about your favorite like softcore porn animes? Hentai, like what are we doing here? Anime versus Evil Apocalypse, Anime Girls High School of the Dead. Oh yeah, we're definitely talking about softcore porn. Zombie Apocalypse, Greater Z Keeper.
ライバル店の人です。うちらがカムロ町で商売始めるのが気に食わないらしくて、しょっちゅう邪魔したり脅したりしてくるんです。おかげで風評被害も広がるし、怖がって女の子も何人か辞めちゃったりして、超迷惑してるんです。俺たちも穏便に済ませたいんだけどよ。無理やりオープンしようってんなら、こっちも無理やりやらねえとダメかもな。
What, the way of the asshole?
あ、完璧だ。あんたら何かの指し続けるくらいなら死んだ方が。
Koyuki hasn't changed. She might be a little bit older, but she is definitely not changed. Oh, now you're definitely going way too far.
なんだてめえは。俺はここで雇われていたもんだ。カムロ町にてめえが語れるような流儀はね。そしててめえみてえな輩に品格を語られる筋合いもね。言うねえよさ。いいよ。まずはあんたからやってやるよ。眠らない町カムロ町の子は。
Oh, we're getting into this really quickly, huh? Your city, right? Yeah. Telling the Dragon of Dojima that you own Kamurocho. That is definitely going to go well. Right, I don't know if this guy is actually some kind of a boss or something, so let's just assume that he is a boss and lower its defense. Alright. Now, what are you doing? Essence of Suction Spiral. And removes their buffs. Yeah, okay, sure, screw it. Let's see what happens. Wait a second. Wait, we are missing the best zombie game. Really? I'm pretty sure every zombie game ever made has been listed at this point. Should I shut up yet? No. No, you shouldn't. Keep going. Good job, Zombie Soup, Zombie Farm, Outback Courageous Memories, Breaking Stone Days of Doom, Soul Rounds of the Underworld, Zombieland, Headshot Fever, Reload, Night, Zombie Watch. What? I'm pretty sure that you just put in a bunch of like keywords at the bottom there, but sure. Yakuza Dead Souls. That is true. That is the only Yakuza game that I will not play. I got fucked by an anime girl zombie and became an anime girl zombie. Underrated? Really? How many zombie shows have you watched? Too many. Too many is the answer to that. Zombie Army 4, Mega Zombie, make sure to shove at least 400 hours into that one. Dead Rising is so fucking good. Zombie Cam Body Cam Shooter? Alright. Oh, I want to see the Kunoichi one. I forgot I wanted to see the Kunoichi one. Okay, that looks that looks a little bit painful. I'll give it that. Oh, okay, yeah, he's kind of a boss. Let me see here. Let me try and lower your defense some more. All right, not bad, not bad at all. What do we do? So I haven't unlocked your thing yet. I think I'll just make him bleed. Oh, he's actually weak to blade as well. Cool. Yakuza Dead Soul playthrough when we need it. No, it's probably not gonna happen. I'll play any Yakuza game, but that one does not interest me. It really doesn't. Zombie Smash, Zombies Golf vs. Zombies, Zombies Derby 2, House of Zero Zombie, Uprising. Do not play Zombie Striker Force, it's made with AI. Okay, got it, understood. Right, what exactly is Essence of Hellhive? Conjure an entire insect army, inflicting magic damage to a line of enemies with a chance to poison or paralyze them. You really are just throwing magical insect. Okay, what the hell does this look like? She's doing the Naruto thing. Okay, yeah, that's horrifying. And why can you control the insects, by the way? And buzz off. Alright. It didn't do that much damage, but it was an AoE, so we can be okay with that. And I'll just auto the rest. Holy shit, Die by Anything and City of Hunger VR. Now you're officially a zombie pro, then literally do anything to zombie related to ever exist. Then begin a real zombie apocalypse and survive it like the GOAT Danny DeVito did. Yeah, that makes sense. Danny DeVito is definitely the one that would survive a zombie apocalypse, absolutely, 100%. By the way, not a single one of those was fake. I was scrolling down the PlayStation Store. Hell yeah, I'm a zombie novice. I'm not even a zombie novice. I am not in the zombie apocalypse at all. I am a background character to the zombie apocalypse. That goes pretty hard, honestly. I'm a background character in the zombie apocalypse. That's probably an anime, isn't it?
すみません。また助けてもらっちゃいましたね。桐生さんには助けてもらってばかり。
そんなことはないさ。
邪魔が入りましたけど、せっかくなので中でお茶でも飲んでいってください。さあ、どうぞどうぞ。
Hey, do we actually get to meet Yuki as well? I hope we get to meet Yuki. The golden statue. Wait. You just made new isekai. Yeah, that sounds like it. Well, no, if you want it to be if you want it to be an actual anime, it can't just be something simple like background character in the zombie apocalypse. It needs to be like I was just a high school dropout with no hopes for the future. But then I was bitten by a zombie dog, and now I'm a background character in the zombie apocalypse, and also help because my mom is eating my leg or something. It needs to be like that. It needs to be huge. Well, now it is. I'm officially calling my zombie apocalypse universe that, although it's like the least developed thing ever. I have one designed main character and that's it. Cool. You are cooking. Me or she, man? Or breakfast man, I should say. A little focus on my monster collecting game of all things considered. Fair enough. It's hard to be so talented, breakfast man. It really is. Get this man anime adaptation immediately. No, do not give me this power. I will only abuse it. Don't tempt me, Frodo. I think I remember the club here as well, by the way. I think you used to be able to do the I think that you used to actually be able to come in here, didn't you? Let him cook. Yeah, very impressive. Why are you talking in the past tense though? Oh, they retired already? Oh. Well, it's not a surprise that Yoda retired. But Yuki, she's not that old, I don't think.
なるほど。新オーナーの小雪は関東進出がしてみたかったというわけか。関東じゃなくてもいいんですけどね。単純に私はフォーシャインというお店が大好きなので、関西以外の人にももっと知ってほしい、味わってほしいという思いが強いんです。蒼天堀の店は他のメンバーが盤石で、私がいなくても全然回せますし、だったら私は店を預かる人間にしかできない戦いをしたいなと思って。
That's very cool.
いいじゃねえか。店のことを大事にする小雪らしい選択だと思うぜ。
ありがとうございます。でもやっぱり難しいですね、経営って。キャストとして接客だけしていた頃とは大違い。考えなきゃいけないことも山ほどあるし、さっきみたいな面倒なことにも巻き込まれたりしますし。
Yeah, you should probably get a manager.
ユキさんやヨーダさんは長年やってきていたんだと思うと、改めてすごい人だなと。
It helps to have friends to help you along the way.
知らないところでいろんな人たちが私たちを守ってくれていたんだなって。
それが分かっているならきっとうまくいくさ。
Oh yeah, hang on a second. Sorry, I just realized something. So, in Yakuza 2, when Kiryu was the manager of the host club, Yuki was the the ace of the host club, of the hostess club, during the 80s, right? During Yakuza 0. So it was actually like 20 years afterwards. So it's actually like 20 years between Yakuza 0 and Yakuza 2. So she would have been like mid-40s, right? So then it's another 15 years. So she would have been like roughly 60-ish? Okay, yeah, fair enough. And then add another 10 for Yoda. So she would be 40 in Yakuza 2. Yeah. She was the manager or something like that. No, she wasn't. I don't know. She was some kind of a manager, like owner type character. She wasn't actually like one of the hostesses in Yakuza 2. She became a hostess again during the plot of the side story, but that wasn't actually her job at that point. She was a manager like Yoda. Have you watched MF Ghost? No, I don't think I have watched that. Making a monster taming game? Yeah. I just played MHS3, something like that. MHS3. MHS3? Monster Hunter. Oh, Monster Hunter Stories 3? Is that the one you're talking about? I don't really know anything about it, but I've heard good things. I've heard people say that's fun. How is it? What do you think?
すまないな。忙しいのに邪魔してしまって。
いえ、全然。というか、むしろずっといてほしいくらいですよ。キリュウさんの服をやってくだされば100人力ですから。
おいおい、また働かせる気かよ。勘弁してくれ。
冗談ですよ。でも人手が厳しいのは本当なんですよね。さっきの奴らの脅しや圧力のせいで女の子も結構減っちゃいましたし、スタッフも引き抜かれちゃったりして結構自利品なんですよね。
時代は変われど。
8 out of 10. Okay, fair enough. I tried playing 2, it just didn't work out, unfortunately. Yeah, that happens with a couple of games for different reasons. I've had that on several occasions. I tried to play a game and it just doesn't really fit for one reason or another. It's so sad when that happens. Like, the one that happened most recently was Assassin's Creed Liberation. Because that was another game that was just Vita exclusive. I never owned a Vita, so Vita or PSP. I never owned either of those, so I could never play it. But it actually came bundled. The like remastered version came bundled with Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered, which released like 2 or 3 years ago. So I tried to play it, and it just didn't work out because of technical stuff. And I was actually really sad because after playing 3, it was so relaxing to have a more classical Assassin's Creed experience, and 3 was just so hectic. Yeah.
その辺は変わらねえんだな。蒼天堀の店の連中。
Right. By the way, she's saying that her girls have left and her staff has been headhunted. She hasn't opened yet. Did I miss that bit? I'm pretty sure she said that the place was going to open soon, but it wasn't open yet, right? I'm pretty sure.
できなくはないですけど、あっちはあっちで人気店ですからね。初日はもうすぐですから、スケジュール調整とかも難しいし。
Yeah, see, I told you.
と思っています。
How could your staff get headhunted when you haven't even opened yet?
ユキに頼むのはどうだ。元伝説のキャバ嬢だろ。
いやー、それができたら最高なんですけどね。
今、ユキはどうしてるんだ？
ユキさんはご自身の夢を叶えるべく新たな挑戦をされています。
新たな挑戦？はい。
キャバで貯めたお金で飲食店を始められたんです。
Oh, very nice.
そっちが盛況で忙しいって言ってました。だから私たちの事情でそんな忙しいユキさんの新たな挑戦を邪魔しちゃいけないなって。軌道に乗ってたとしたら悪いですし、足引っ張りたくないですから。それにいつまでもユキさん頼みじゃいけないですしね。私が頑張らないと。
どうした？い
や、最近ちょっと働きすぎてるせいですかね。ちょっと胃腸の調子がよろしくなくて。
あまり無理すんなよ。しかし、ユキの新しい挑戦か。気になるな。 どんな店なんだ？
It's a noodle place, isn't
あ
it?
まり詳しくは教えてくれないんですが、横浜のスナックがいっぱい入ってるビルの一角に開いたみたいな話は聞きました。
横浜。偉人町か？
おそらくスナックが入ってるビルっていうくらいですし、元伝説のキャバ嬢ですから、スナックかなんか始めた感じですかね。行きたいな。でもなんかせっかく新しい挑戦をしてるんだから邪魔しちゃ悪いと思って気を使っちゃって顔も出せてないんですよね。
偉人町なら俺が今寝泊まりしている町だ。
ならぜひ顔出してくださいよ。
Small world.
さんが来たらきっとユキさん喜びますよ。
I absolutely will.
絶対言ってくださいね。
え？おう。
やった。言ったら様子を教えてくださいね。もしうちの心配をしていたらお気になさらず忙しいご自身のお店の方に集中してくださいねと伝えてください。
わかった。伝えよう。
ありがとうございます。よかったらオープン初日には桐生さんも遊びに来てくださいね。
Huh. So is this an entire is this an entire quest line?
大変だと思うが
I hope so.
あまり無理するなよ。お前は頑張りすぎる嫌いがあるからな。
肝に銘じます。会えて本当に嬉しかったです。
俺も成長した小雪に会えてよかった。じゃあまたな。
Hey. Cool. You've come so far, Koyuki, but I'm a little worried about your grand opening. Yuki's got her own place in Ijincho too, apparently. I wonder if she really is running a bar. Something to check out later. I absolutely will. I will prioritize that. Tomorrow will be my birthday, and then I'll get older. That was a reference. That was a reference to Astif movie. Oh, that is weird. She is so cute. She is adorable. And that bit when we first saw her, where she was like, like, I'm pretty sure that was a reference to 2. I'm pretty sure she did that at the start of 2 as well. When she first met Kiryu, she was like, he was like introduced to her as the new manager or something. She was like, It's super adorable. Super adorable. Okay. Well, that was definitely not something I was expecting to do today. Another unexpected reunion, absolutely. Wonder what the Daidoji will have to say about this. It doesn't matter now. This was good for me. I'm glad I came back here. Alright, once everyone's ready, we'll take a cab back to Ijincho. I wish host minigame was in here. Yeah, the hostess minigame was... Am I about to make a big statement? The hostess minigame was the best minigame in the series. I think I'm right in saying that. It was the most fun. It was the most... it was just really fun. It was really funny sometimes with the different hostesses, and yeah, it was good. It was just good. I really liked it. Facts. Yeah, it was great. Anyway, I think that I'm going to be leaving it here for today then. Thank you very much for coming along, everybody. I really hope you enjoyed. I hope you had an absolute blast. And I very much hope to see you all again. Dressing him up as peak, I can't lie. The Barbie minigame within your minigame. I remember. Hyperion, thank you for being here, my friend. It was a pleasure to have you, and I hope you had a fantastic time. Breakfast Man, thank you for being here as well. Always an honor and a privilege, my friend. Where is he? I'm pretty sure he was a new one as well. Where is he? Damn, you guys have talked a lot today. Where is he? Wait, what? I appear to have lost someone. There was somebody here. I swear, I didn't dream it. Patrons, thank you for being here as well. Very much appreciated. Where was that guy? He spoke like twice. Damn it. I lost him. Anyway, Everybody else who just popped in, popped out, no matter how long you stayed, I hope you had a blast as well. And I very much hope to see you all once again. I'm on YouTube and I'm on Twitch, so remember to like, subscribe, comment, favorite, ring the bell, and follow. The next stream should be on Saturday. Yes. So I hope to see you there. Take care, everybody. Bye. Nathan Diaz, that's the boy. Thanks for being here, dude. And thanks for telling me, Hyperion.